Oh, hey, oh.
Oh, way, oh. You're all hoes.
Took you a while there.
Hello and welcome to Three Guys, One Cup. I am still Dave Mankoff.
I am still Brett Kaminsky.
I am still
That fucking guy.
Oh.
with a St. Patrick's Day shirt on.
Like 3 weeks late.
It's okay. I wore it on St. Patrick's Day.
Did you?
Yeah. When I went to the
Good call.
fucking Junior Hawks game.
Yeah, fuck that. Hello, everybody. Visit geekify.tv. That's our site still, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
And
go on it.
Click on the banner. Get on it. Get all this shit that they sell. They're awesome buddies.
Delicious.
Buy all their stuff. They're fucking tits and a half. And if you like tits, you like them. So,
Get
if you
those
don't.
strong on.
Yeah, they got those cool ass those kettlebells now.
The
Those
primal
new ones.
bells.
The primal bells
Primal
are badass.
Yeah.
I fucking love them.
They got T Plus back in stock, so all you could get rid of your estrogen.
T plus, yeah, if you're a guy. T
Or
plus
girls.
is yikes. T plus, for those who don't know, is like it's a testosterone supporter. It will help to balance your testosterone and increase it to what it should be, not to any crazy above levels. You get all fucking massive and stuff, but you will get awesome on them. I like it a lot. It's a good product. It's balanced me out the last few
It's
weeks.
delicious.
This music's gonna go bye bye, bye bye music.
What'd you do to the internet?
As
Did
much
you
as
break it
I
again?
love Papa Legal, that gets really annoying hearing that in the background while we're talking. I feel like I'm at a bar. It's really obnoxious.
Yeah. And music on a podcast is not good to
No.
talk under it. Smodcast tried it.
Mhm.
It does not work.
No.
They
It
went
just
back and
gets
edited it
distracting.
out because they're like, it just distracts you. Yeah. So how you guys doing?
Good.
Freaking awesome.
Good.
We're all back in the house.
Yeah, I'm back
yeah.
after my adventure last week.
We did a little B&E last week, but
Did a little bit. Yeah, you just broke in here, and I was like, meh. Just a few things moved around.
yeah. Oh, I did get him with the snus tin too.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, he got it in his mouth and he goes, I'm like, how's the snus, Dave? And he goes,
No,
he's
fuck you,
like,
take that
it
other
tastes
one."
a little funny.
Dude,
What's funny
Go
is,
to 7-Eleven. Under $2.
what's
for a
funny
10.
is,
Yeah.
he gave it to me, and I tried it, and I was like, this tastes a little funny, but I haven't had one in a while. Let's just kind of roll with it. And then he's like, so how's that snus? And I'm like, oh, here we go. I'm like, oh, I see what you did there.
Uh-huh.
Because I wasn't, if he didn't say anything, I probably would have just left it and then been like, this tastes
Dude,
like,
you should not have said
I was going to, but I know it's so terrible tasting. I didn't want to have him keep it.
Dude, you should have. And like on the third one, just been like, yeah. So how's that sauce taste?
how does it taste?
Yeah, how's it taste, motherfucker?
Oh, man. I'm glad to be back after a
Yeah.
little week off here.
Sounds
doing
like
some
you had
fun stuff.
a good time though with whatever the fuck it was you were doing.
Yeah, I was doing some tabletop gaming at a buddy's house.
Are we gonna do a tabletop day, by the way? Did you guys see that Felicia Day, Will Wheaton thing that they're doing with Geek and Sundry?
Yeah.
I kind of want to
That's
do
one of the
that.
games we were
should.
playing. Fiasco. I remember the name.
Hey,
I played Fiasco. Really fucking cool. It's
Yeah.
fun. You
Was
get
it a
to
big
act.
fiasco?
It was a big fiasco.
Okay.
I kind of want to do a live stream of D&D on tabletop day.
That would be so fucking boring.
It
Yeah.
would, but it'd still be fun.
It would be kind of boring. I
Yay,
think.
we got another live stream follower. Thanks, Mike.
No, D&D live is boring. Like Lord Cat tries it and stuff. It's
Yeah.
so fucking. It's fun to play, but
Mhm.
for everybody else, you're like, come on, get to it. And like every 5 minutes, something little happens, you know.
Gotcha.
But Fiasco would be cool.
He
It's what
pulled
Will
down
Wheaton
his
does.
pants.
Exactly, you know, and it would take like
Like
5
that.
minutes to explain it.
Before we get too far into this, though, we do have a bit of news. In a partnership with the Save Sci-Fi Facebook page, good friend now, I've been talking to him for about 4 hours since I was at work.
Best friends.
Thinking we're good friends now. We're doing a co-partnership here with Save Sci-Fi because we all love sci-fi here, and we're going to have some very special guests over the next probably 2 to 3 episodes. Actually, probably the next 3 episodes, we will have remote dialed-in guests Tuesday, possibly the following Thursday, and then the Tuesday after that, we're going to have George back again because they'll be in full production for Time Splitters. But as of right now, we're doing a new thing every week with the Save Sci-Fi page, and it's going to be a Save Sci-Fi Geekify TV fan poll. And yes, I'm saying it, we are on the poll.
Can we dance the fan poll?
We can dance the fan poll.
Oh, I like
Can we
it.
dance if we want?
This
Can we leave our
week's
friends behind?
question, which you can respond to at facebook.com/save-sci-fi, actually spelled out sci-fi, not the stupid shit that the sci-fi network
There's no
tries to
fancy
spell.
Y's in it?
Yeah, no fancy Y's.
Aw.
This week's question is, of all the technologies shown in the various sci-fi TV series, which would you want to be invented next? And it's an open answer. You can put in whatever you want into the box, and don't put in camel toe, Andrew.
The mind vagina.
As of right now,
Ooh.
there's 6 responses. There's 6 total responses, 3 answers right now.
Which is pretty. By the way, just to interrupt you really quick. It's been up for like 15, 20
46 minutes.
Okay, 46 minutes. That's pretty damn good.
That's awesome.
That's a lot of responses actually. I was surprised when you
Michael
said.
has done a amazing job.
Dave,
on
you
this
should
page.
pull that up on
I
the
should.
computer.
If
there.
only
Yeah,
I,
and
if
she'll
only
show
I was
it
a
up there.
good host.
Yes, if you were a good operator. We almost
That's
need
it, you're fired. We're getting Brian Redband.
We almost need a 4th person here just to operate all the feeds and
Yeah,
stuff.
if you guys don't know, I got so much like shit equipment and people talking to me. And what am I going to?
Geekify.tv.
That's us.
Facebook.com/save
Someone remembered
sci-fi.
our website.
And it wasn't Andrew or I.
We never remember it.
Yeah, I don't know.
So
you
there's
guys never
no-
remember anything.
There's no fancy Y's? Oh, there's no.
Well, that's because it doesn't have to do with porn, guns, and porn. Did I mention porn?
Yeah, a couple times.
okay.
And thanks to your lobster tube tirades a couple weeks ago, one of the top search results to find Geekify TV is lobster tube.
Yes.
There's nothing wrong with that.
The number 4 top search result is lobster tube.
What's number 1?
If you want to have a
not
good time,
provided.
if you want to have a good, I have two things for a good time: Fleshlight and lobster tube. That's all. That's
And a
all.
bottle of Jergens.
And number 3 is maybe Jergens if you need that.
And a dishwasher.
Four piece of advice from me: clean that fucking flashlight. We've
Yes.
already gone over this. We have had episodes on it, but this I have it on the screen now about the
Okay.
the poll here, so people can
So
see that.
go to the Save Sci-Fi page, vote on it, and then Tuesday, Michael, the guy who runs this page, is actually going to be on the show. And
Michael?
we're going to do a very special episode discussing the results of the poll and the merits of each of the top respondents. So we're going to be on here, and basically it's going to be like, think of it as a TEDx event with more profanity and more drinking.
And a lot less intelligence.
And a
with
lot,
me.
and a
Like,
lot-
fuck.
well, we'll be debating the finer points and possibilities of the top results on the poll.
I like it.
I like it. I thought it was a great idea. Michael came up with it, and he was a genius.
He's a
dude.
genius and a scholar.
Yes.
I
Good
like
man.
That is awesome. It's badass. Sorry, we're watching the Hawks right now. They just scored right before we went on air,
Woohoo.
which is awesome. They're doing okay.
Down
They had a
with the
couple of really
Blues.
good runs, a couple of local losses here and there.
They looked a little loose.
Yeah, but it happens. Like you're gonna lose, so it's not the end of the world. They're still holding together. Crawford is kind of falling apart, in my opinion, a little bit. I don't know what you guys think, and Andrew, especially you. What do you think?
You know my opinion.
You don't really like Crawford, right?
No.
He was good, but
He lets in a soft goal, and then it just crumbles from there. Instead of like any good goalie would do is just kind of shrug it off. He kind of dwells on it, and then it just tanks from there.
yeah, you can't do that. You have to let in. If you let in a goal, you need to forget it. And Emery does that. Emery's good at being like, I let in a goal, fuck it, let's move on. So that's hockey talk. Like they're doing pretty good so far.
Yeah, I think they're still ahead by 2 points over the Ducks.
Yeah. There's been some major trades in the last few days too.
Yeah, okay. It was all happening so fast yesterday. I didn't really get to keep up with it. So what actually? Who traded what? I know Luongo is still with the Canucks.
Yes.
And he actually said his contract is fucking stupid.
They-
He's like, I hate my contract.
We all know Iginla went to the Penguins. I don't remember.
Hang on, before we go into that, this might play to audio. I'm so sorry. Okay. Autoplay
you gotta pause
fail.
that shit.
Okay, good. Whew, I got it. They pulled Luongo off of practice, and so everybody thought he was being traded. And then they're like, "We're not trading him," and he was actually kind of mad that he wasn't traded.
I would be too. He's not liking it too much there.
So here, let me pull this up on the stream here.
What's with Kiprusoff? Because I know that he
What?
was benched or something.
Yeah. So, all right. Let's see. Penguins acquire Jussi Jokinen from the Hurricanes.
Jaromir Jagr went to Boston.
Well, here I have this in order here on here. Let's see.
I'm not going in order. I'm going by the
You just go and you
by the
top of your head.
No,
So-
by the seat of my pants.
Rangers sent Gaborik to the Blue Jackets for some dudes I've never heard of. What you're saying now? Ginla and Bomeister were traded.
Yeah, Iginla went to the Penguins. I don't remember. I think Bomeister went to Columbus.
Yeah, I think he did too.
Columbus sounds right.
Yeah, they were.
No.
Uh-oh. Are you gonna play again? you
No, I
son
think
of a bitch?
Bomeister went to the Blues.
I think he did too, which is not named on here.
You
for
said
some-
you thought he went to the Blue Jackets.
I don't know who the fuck he went to. I'm doing.
Michael
you're on right now,
Handzus
so.
came to the Hawks, which is
Yeah.
going to be a great fit, I think.
He's a deer. A deer. He's a deer, right?
A doe, a deer,
A female deer.
A bitch.
I am 2 beers in.
Oh, I need another
Nice to meet
beer.
you.
I'm going on 3. Mine.
Yeah. So Jaromir Jagr was traded to Boston.
I don't.
Let's see.
I'd rather have the apple pie.
Let's see. Aginla, blah, 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 blah. Why do they got to put so many words in these things?
Oh, we killed the coffee.
Oh, bulletproof coffee. This shit is so good. That's the only coffee I will buy. I know it's expensive, but fuck is it good. I will buy Starbucks.
It is good.
I will only get Starbucks when I have a 12-hour day because I need 2 of those motherfuckers to get through
No man needed. I got my own jar open.
that. You just in your own cup too. Like that's like a universal thing. There's no bacteria. Are you?
Oh my God.
You're.
He's gonna, good thing he's not you, because otherwise you'd be.
I would be
drunk.
dead. I'd be dead already.
That was still my favorite. One of my favorite episodes that we did.
Is that
when
bad that this is
I was
weak?
like, here, try this, and it was like $100 scotch, and you just went go up and just downed it.
In my defense, you handed me a glass and said, "Drink this," and I
No,
went,
I
"Yes,
said,
sir."
Try
He said try it.
this.
You did say try this.
Well, yeah, it's true.
this,
but
this
fuck
is
you.
weak.
It was
compared to what I've been
18-year-old
drinking.
Belveni. That shit's not cheap.
I should chug some.
Or no,
before the show.
17-year-old
This
Belveni.
stuff that I just kind of chugged was Old Smoky Tennessee Moonshine. It's apple pie flavored. The stuff that my buddy gave me that I used to work with is way stronger than this. And four swigs into that, I was drunk off my ass.
Yeah, I was in vent with you. It was hilarious.
Oh my God.
He was trying to play Tomb Raider drunk.
It
Which
made it awesome.
it did make it awesome. Which also came out. Let's talk. You want to talk about Tomb Raider?
We could talk about Tomb Raider and we could talk
And
about
Bioshock, too.
Bioshock
Yeah, definitely. Because
and God of War eventually. I played a little bit of that, but I haven't gotten far. Tomb Raider, the really good story. The physics in there is great.
boobies.
Yes, you jump up and down. They go up and down instead of just staying where they have been in the past. There's
Wait,
actual-
have they gotten bigger though? Because I did notice in every single installation of that
I think
game
they're very
series,
proportionate to her body.
they get
Think
bigger
Jennifer
and bigger.
Lawrence.
No. Okay. In
Think
this
Jennifer Lawrence.
in this game,
she's-
she's 18 or 19 years old.
Yeah.
Well, in every one that came out on PlayStation 2 and up to the last one, not the current one, every single game, her boobs would get bigger and bigger. And Kyle's brother's logic behind this was because she hits the walls harder and harder, and she needs more cushion when
Yeah.
you're jumping, when you're platform jumping.
She needs cushion. No, she looks like a very healthy, a cute 19-year-old. They're not like overly large. You know, she doesn't have like the big ass like
It's
she
very
used to.
proportionate.
She looks like a real woman, actually.
Yeah.
So she actually looks healthy in comparison to Angelina Jolie.
Yes,
Yes.
very much so.
Gotcha.
Got
it.
So she's like this 19-year-old girl, and I've seen a little bit of it. It actually looks really good.
She
So.
fucking badass with a fucking bow.
Is she?
Oh yeah.
Like,
like
actual
Katniss.
bow or like
Like an
crossbow?
actual bow.
Nice.
She's fucking
actual bow.
Katniss too.
Yeah.
Which
That's
is
why-
on
that's why I
Netflix now,
said-
by the way.
That's why I said Jennifer Lawrence right there.
Okay, gotcha.
So you liked it?
I loved it. It was a great game. I kind of want to play through it again.
Was this were
But I
a
let
lot of the
someone borrow
puzzles
it.
really difficult?
For the tombs, there were some that I was like, "What the fuck do I have to do?"
Mhm.
And then once I figured it out, like, a lot of them were kind of timing. I don't want to give too much away for spoilers because Dave's about to play it.
Yeah, I'm about to rock through it for the next few days.
What can I say about it that won't ruin anything?
Okay, on a scale of 1 to 5 cups, what would you rate it? This is our new rating scale.
I like
by
it.
the way,
4.5.
We give it 4.5 cups,
4.5
That's good.
cups.
That's pretty damn good.
Great story. There were some parts
or
where it's
9
like,
out of 10 if you're counting it in tens. Just saying.
Fuck that. We
there,
we simplify our fractions here at Geekified.tv.
there were some parts where it's like where you kind of get lost and you're like, I don't know what to do, sort of thing, and then you kind of figure it out and you're like, okay, that makes sense. It's kind of cool how they have the tombs that you raid, because you gotta. What happens is you get a little like ding, and it's on the bottom left. It'll say there's a tomb nearby, a hidden tomb nearby, and you kind of like look around for it. Some of them are you can easily see. Some of them are you kind of gotta search a little bit. But the ones that are easy to see, there's like paint on the wall that kind of like points towards it, and you're like, okay, I gotta go in there. But when you go through the tomb, you reveal a map that shows relics and all these hidden items that's in the actual like area.
Mm-hmm.
So, and it's cool because when you go to other areas, there's campfires, and from the campfire you could go to other areas. Like you could fast travel between the areas to go back if you
Gotcha.
didn't find everything.
Oh, that's cool.
It's like I've heard it described as kind of like a Red Dead Redemption, but in the
Yes,
Tomb
yes.
Raider world because
Yes.
it's kind of open worlded. So It seems badass. Like it's gotten
It's
really
cool
good
'cause
reviews.
you
Actually,
you could hunt animals and like eat the animal or like eat finger quotes were there. You could do that. You get like crossbow the animals. You get a pistol, a machine gun, crossbow.
yeah, you get all sorts of weapons. It seems badass. Like I can't wait to play it
Yeah,
and
it was
talk about
it was
more.
awesome. You definitely got to play it, Dave. I'm glad I let you borrow it.
Yeah,
and I got Bioshock.
And we did a trade because also the same day, Bioshock Infinite came out
When did you get Bioshock?
last Tuesday.
Okay, yeah, I got Tomb Raider on Friday. I think it was.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so they came out. I think they came out around the same time.
Yeah, they did. And you got Bioshock Infinite
Bioshock
a little
Infinite.
bit before, but you had to work and stuff, so you couldn't play it as much as I could play.
No,
Tomb
you
Raider.
rocked through. You rocked through it. Let me. I'm
Dude,
pulling up.
that's a sign that it's a good story and everything. It kept me wanting to play more, because there were times where it's like I should go to bed. Like I told you, I'm like, all right, dude, I'm done for the night, and then I just sat there and played. I'm
Yes,
Like, well, I kind of want to just play this and not go to sleep.
and that's a true mark of a good game nowadays.
I haven't
Yes.
had a game like that where I just couldn't stop playing it.
You could
and I
definitely
can't
borrow
tell you.
Tomb Raider when Dave's done.
Yeah, I gotta borrow Bioshock too when you're done with it. So I can't tell you the last time I got hooked on a game was like I just gotta keep playing. I gotta keep playing.
My only gripe was I think it was a
Maybe
little
Modern
too
Warfare
short.
3.
I think Bioshock was a little, or Tomb Raider was a little too short. But
How many? Well, probably about 5 hours. Like total gameplay. If
No,
you're just
there's-
to blaze through it.
if you were I blazed through it in 4 days.
How
I
much
fe-
actual play time is that though?
I don't fucking know.
So like actually
like,
no, I take
I
that
didn't
back. The
really-
last game that
I
I was
really didn't-
hooked on that I played through and was like I just got to keep playing was Killzone 3.
Okay.
That
Yeah,
was the last time I really
I
got
really
hooked
didn't
on a
go for
game.
like any of the extra stuff. I think I got like 75% done.
Mm-hmm.
That's not really going out of my way to find everything.
Gotcha. Okay.
So I mean, I walked past the tombs. I'm like, it chimes for the tomb. I'm like, I'll go through the tomb.
Mm-hmm.
And then on the map, it shows you where all the relics and stuff are. You can find those. Like, yeah, fuck it. I just want to do the story.
Gotcha.
So probably about 16 hours, I would guess.
That's pretty damn decent. For,
Yeah,
for
it
a
was.
full length
It was
game
definitely
nowadays.
Yeah.
decent. I mean, it was great play. So how was Bioshock?
Oh my god, Bioshock is
you
Bioshock
sounded like
Infinite.
you creamed your pants when you were telling me about
Was
it
it
earlier.
racist as hell?
Yes. Okay. So let's go through it. So I played Bioshock 1. I absolutely love the first Bioshock. Such a good game. They did such a good atmosphere, blah, blah, blah. Great game. Go check it out. You don't have to play Bioshock 1 or 2 in order to play Bioshock Infinite. It's the same universe, different setting. Like there's nothing that's like, exactly the same. There's a couple of features, but they introduce you to them and teach you them as if you never played Bioshock 1 or 2.
Does
Gotcha.
it?
I didn't
tie
even
the
know there
first
was a
two in?
second one.
There is a second one. I never played it because the DRM on it required you to have a Windows ID login, and I refused. I bought the game for $60, and they were like, "Oh, you bought this game on Steam? Now you got to get this other account in order to play it, where you give your address, your email address, your
That's
phone number." And I went,
retarded.
"I am not getting Windows Live ID. That's not. I'm not doing that." And so I didn't play Bioshock 2. I heard it was not as great.
Does this
Yeah, I
one?
didn't hear
If you
anything about it.
haven't played the first two, does it matter?
No. Doesn't matter. You can just jump in, and it teaches you everything you need to know. The game is really, really good.
Do the stories tie in at all or no?
No, they do mention the first Bioshock, but they don't it's in passing. It's not like it's more of like a wink to the fans. It's more like, hey, remember Bioshock 1? That was a good game, right? But nothing like they're like, oh, they don't mention the little sisters or they don't mention the big fucking
Big
big boys,
daddies.
big daddy. Yeah, no, those aren't mentioned. You may see one in the game, but it doesn't have anything to do with the game.
That's going to be my next question.
You don't fight
actually.
them. There's
Oh.
new monsters.
Is there just like a glimpse of them? Like
yeah, it's
here's like a.
in a cutscene and it's in because I don't want to ruin
So,
it.
so it's
but-
like a fucking tease of the pyramid head in one of the
exactly.
Silent
You
God
see
damn
it. You see it across this area, and you're like, "That's a Big Daddy." What the fuck? And then it's gone. You're like, "No, what?"
Hills. I want to fight the motherfucker.
Yeah, because I when it happened, I was like, "Oh shit!" Like, are they gonna do a big tie-in? But
Yeah.
they did not. So,
So it's its own thing. It's its own thing.
it's its own game, and they did a really good job of it. So, I was telling Brett a little about the game. Like, I can't tell you a lot because I cannot give anything away. You have to play it. You should. Like, we were talking about the cups.
Yeah.
Let's start off with that.
Yeah.
I give it 6 out of 5 cups.
It's
I
that
give
awesome.
you an improper fraction of 6 out of 5 cups. This game
So
is
it's a 1.2 is what you're saying.
yeah, exactly.
I can do math in my head.
The
I
game,
can do math in my
like
pants.
right now, I'm saying
120%.
Bioshock Infinite is game of the year. and probably one of my favorite games in the last decade. Like
Really?
I know.
That's a bold statement, sir.
It is.
I
It is
very
demand some
bold.
backup of that.
Better
of
than
that,
Red Dead?
Yes, way better than Red Dead. It like almost on par, better than Half-Life, the Half-Life series, which
No.
is a game that I love intensely. The game is such a good everything. Like there's just very few problems with it that it's almost like I can glaze over them because you're like, well, it's okay. It's okay that some of the mechanics of fighting aren't the greatest in the world, but the story is so fucking insane. Like I'm not going to spoil anything, obviously.
Good,
but
no spoilers
They do
allowed.
they do some stuff where you do not realize stuff until the end, and you're like, it's been in my face the whole time, you goddamn assholes. Like that's so smart.
Is it like stuff like to do with the story that they hide in like throughout the whole story?
They hide in
until
plain
the end?
sight. Like
Okay.
they hide stuff in plain sight, and you're like, oh, that's what that means.
That's like with Tomb Raider.
And
there's like stuff that it kind of like hints towards where you're like, I don't know if it could. If
They do
what-
that
What's
in
going
this
on?
too.
And then,
Yeah.
like with no, I don't want to give any spoilers.
Don't spoil it yet. We'll talk about
I'm
it.
trying not to, but this one, it's like this guy seems a little fishy, and it's like, what the fuck's going on?
Right.
And then like you realize, like I realized it before it actually happened, like other side.
Yeah, and then you're
Like,
like, oh
instantly.
shit. Okay, so I was
Which
telling Brett,
you might figure it out.
I might.
pretty
I'm gonna
quick.
try. I do want to play it. So Bioshock Infinite.
You
go
take
through
off
and play.
the screen of Bioshock, by the way. You still got that up. It's annoying me.
We're
Bioshock
still
is?
talking about it though.
Yeah, we're still talking about it. Let's do 3D mix. Will that
Yeah.
buy you more?
Try it.
Let's go
see.
back. No, I'll just go back to original.
Yeah,
Woo,
'cause
OG.
I hate the small thing because I like to see our gestures and stuff.
Yeah,
when I go back and
I think a
watch
lot of
the
people
video.
do. So Bioshock Infinite, it's so cool because they really push the limit and they get away with so much in this game because the game it is flat out racist in some things, but it's okay because it's in the gaming universe of Bioshock Infinite. So,
Okay.
like, the game is set in, it's timeless because there's really no time that the game is set in, but it has a lot of older stuff from like the 40s and 50s style.
Mm-hmm.
The old posters, the music is fucking fantastic. They do all that old school music. It's so cool. All of
Is it taking place above where like the first one took place?
No, it's in a different part,
Okay.
maybe. But
Allegedly.
yeah, I don't want to give anything away. So you're
I think most
it's
of us
old
have
school,
played the
but
first one.
it's so racist because the game
So
hates
racist.
black people
So
and
do
it
I.
hates Irish people. Like,
Why the Irish? They invented whiskey.
well, like they used to
Actually,
like Irish
the
people.
Scottish invented whiskey. Just saying.
They did. They used to be
They
very
invented the
racist
drugs.
against Irish
The
people.
drunks. I can't talk. This is hitting me.
Yeah, it is. So okay, they're
God.
like they had like black people and Irish people and other some other races are and Hispanic people are considered less than humans. Like they literally say those Negroes are less than human, and you're like, whoa,
It's true.
whoa. We're like, whoa, buddy. Like I'll tell the first. This is not a spoiler. This is just the introduction to why this game is so adult and serious. In this one part, you're at a raffle, and you win the raffle, and all of the numbers are written on a baseball, and you're like, why is my number written on a baseball? And you happen to win, blah, blah, blah. You go up there to get your prize, and you're like, you're like, oh, you're going to throw this at a target, and you get to choose the target, and you're like, all right, cool. The stage opens, and out comes this little stage with this black woman and this white man tied together, like behind their hands behind their back, and it says something like, I can't remember what it says, something like stupid Negroes or something like that, don't lie with Negroes or something like that. And the guy's like, you get to choose which one you're going to throw the baseball at first. And you're like, what?
Can you just
And then
choose to throw it at the black woman the whole time?
And a choice pops up, and you get to throw it at either one of the two people or the announcer guy. And you're like, oh my God. Like, everyone's like cheering. They're like, yeah, throw it at the black people. And you're like, oh my God.
What happens if you choose the other?
I didn't choose the other. It doesn't have a lot of things that change a lot of the story. It's just
Okay.
your choice in it.
It's not like
I
Mass
chose to
Effect.
throw it at the announcer. Yeah, it's not like that. I chose to throw it at the announcer because the guy.
Which if you want to borrow the first two, I got
At
those.
some point, I do want to play those. So, that sets you off with, holy shit, this game is serious. Like, you do some horrid things to kill people in the game. It's very, very intense. I recommend it. Like, the story is really good. Everything, the mechanics are good. Elizabeth, the character Elizabeth in there, is who I had on the screen before, is an awesome, awesome character. They did a really, really good job making
Yeah,
her
the
Is she
dynamic.
stuff you
the
showed me with
sidekick?
that was pretty awesome.
Was that?
Is she
Yeah.
the sidekick?
She's your sidekick, but it's not an escort. It's not, the whole game is not an escort mission.
Okay.
Which
She's
is
with you
good.
throughout most of the game, and she goes when it comes back in various parts. But they made her so dynamic where she can't get killed. She
She doesn't steal your stuff.
no, she gives you stuff in
It's
the
actually
middle.
really cool.
She gives you stuff
In the
Holy
middle
shit.
of combat, she will run around the level finding things for you. So if you're low on health, if you're low on salt, if you're low on ammo, she goes, "Hey, DeWitt," and throws you things. And in the middle of combat,
That's
so like
awesome.
I've been
It's
almost
actually
dead.
a full-on animation too, where
Yeah.
Holy
she
crap.
like, chucks you stuff and you see it flying at you. It's really cool.
And,
That is awesome.
and you're running around and like if you don't see like coins or you need lockpicks,
Hold on, I gotta change my pants now.
yeah, seriously, she'll find coins and be like, "Hey, here's some money," and she'll get the money for you and give it to you right away. Or if because you need lockpicks to open up secrets and some other stuff, so she'll like see a lockpick and she'll be like, "There's a lockpick over here. You should pick this up." And I'm always like, "Why don't you pick it up?" But you pick it up anyway, and then she can use it and open stuff up. But it's such a dynamic character because she has a big pivotal role in a lot of the story.
Okay.
And I won't give away her secret because you have to. I told Brett already, but
Oh yeah.
when it happens,
This is
like
insane.
I told you how it happens, and
She's
you're like,
a robot.
"No, she's not a robot.
Damn
She's,
it.
she's a human being." But
Figment of your imagination.
when you figure out kind of where the game's going, you're like, "Oh," and it's really early. And you figure it out too. It's very in the beginning when you
Hey,
see
there's
her.
a fight.
There's a fight. So that's Bioshock. I can't talk about it
kid.
enough. I might could talk hours about that. Like I played it. I finished it on Sunday, and I sat here for about 15, 20 minutes just thinking about the game.
Wow.
And then
Then you masturbated.
of course, while I was masturbating, then I went online and I read another hour's worth of stuff just about the game. Like I was so like I fell in love with the game because after you beat it, there's the end cutscenes are like 25 minutes long. And you still can control aspects of them, you know. But it's very cool. It's an extremely interesting. how
Like
they did it.
Metal Gear style cutscenes where they're like 45 minutes long, like the ends of Sons of
No.
Liberty.
Those were crazy.
It was
This-
an awesome cutscene, but after you beat the fucking game, it goes on for another 45 minutes.
This goes on like that, but it's like 25, 30 minutes is the very last. It's not even a cut scene. It's like a cut game scene. Everything's taking place in the game. There's actually no cut scenes in the game.
Mm-hmm.
They're in the game scenes. Everything's happening in the game, and you're seeing it all from the first person of the main character.
Gotcha.
So you're like you still have your hands and stuff like that in front of you sometimes, and
Oh,
guns.
that's
and,
cool.
Like they do such a good job of just having it meld together.
I kind of wish Tomb Raider was first person instead of third person, just because of stuff like that. But the third person stuff really doesn't take away from it. That's how Tomb Raider has always been, and that's probably how it always will be.
Yeah, and Bioshock's always been an FPS. Always
Yes.
been a first-person game. So yeah, they're not going to change that. You know, they should give you an option to. I really wish they would, but
But
the Bioshock needs to be played first-person
yeah,
because
definitely.
things happen and it's like in your field of vision, or you get like it's very cool. Like Brett saw a little bit of it. It's
Yeah,
intense.
it's
Like
Tomb
the
Raider,
fighting.
I think my only gripe about Tomb Raider was some of the combat. A lot of it is you're sitting there with your crossbow. Like a lot of it is sneaking around because you are Lara Croft, and you are Tomb Raider, and you're not supposed to be seen. But sometimes when they get too close, the controls are, or I shouldn't say the controls are a little wonky. It's more like the combat's a little wonky.
Yeah, from what I
To
saw,
where
it's a
you
little
could get away from the guy, but it's not always. There's some combats where if you get away from the guy, it doesn't help you
right.
to where you could take out the gun or anything like that.
Yeah, that's one of the problems with Bioshock is the AI. The your NPC control is very smart, but the enemies sometimes are pretty goddamn stupid, and so sometimes you're like fail. But there's some really cool things like the vigors, which are like your powers from Bioshock 1, are very cool. There's a couple that are shitty.
Are there some new ones?
They're all new. They're all
Okay.
different. They're all like similar idea for some of them.
They're not like element based or anything like that. No.
There's an electricity one that I liked, and there's a crow one that you
Crow?
you
Did you
launch.
just call crows?
You launch
Oh.
crows. Yeah, and the crows attack them.
That's awesome.
And then
That was
What
awesome.
do you do?
I
Throw
did see
bird
that.
poop on them? And they go,
basically, but then all of your vigors have two attacks: the normal attack, and then most of them have where you can plant them on
like
the
an
ground.
aftershock, or is it like a booby trap?
Exactly. They
Ooh.
call it a booby trap too. Most of them, like the electricity, you can plant it on the ground, and then you can kite guys into it, and then that ability happens. And sometimes you get like bonuses for that. So
Oh,
they
that's
do a really
kinda
good job of making the game like whatever you want to play, however you want to play, you can kind of do that. And you get guns. You can actually just shoot the whole game. You don't have to use any vigors.
My favorite thing with Tomb Raider is probably 90% of the game I went through with a fucking bow and arrow,
Yeah.
and I shot the guys in the head. And like when you actually saw the guys, they had the arrow in the head, and like they fell dead. It
Oh,
was
wow.
It was actually pretty cool.
I've heard it's
so
really
so
good
like you
animation.
see that, you're like, that's awesome. And like if you pull the ball all the way back for like full tension, that's when it will go all through. There's you could up your stuff to where the bow will actually go through people. So if you line them up perfect, you can kill like 2 or 3 guys because the bow has so much power, it just goes right through.
And you can
them.
retrieve the arrow too.
Yeah,
that's very cool.
you can scavenge the guys.
That's very cool.
It's awesome.
That's one limit in Bioshock is you can only have 2 guns on yourself at one time, and there's like 8 guns, 9 different
that
guns.
sucks.
So you're kind of limited. Sometimes you have to have like a main gun and then a backup big gun because of like the big fucking dudes, the Patriots you fight. Those guys are tough. You saw one. Yeah, the one is Lincoln. There's
that
Washington.
The guy that's in, okay.
The big fuckers.
What about the ones that you see in like the
the
previews?
Yeah, those guys. I can't remember their names. You only fight like 2 or 3. Those guys are so fucking hard to kill.
You were just gonna stop at hard, and I was gonna go.
They're so hard. They're massive too. They're kind of replacing Big Daddies.
Okay.
This whole conversation is bad.
dirty as
They're so
fuck.
big, so hard. They're
Big
Big
Daddy's
Daddy.
I just
weren't that hard to
blow
kill,
my
though.
loads all over them if I can help it.
Big Daddies, once you figured out the secret, they weren't that hard to kill.
These guys are very hard. These guys will pound you into the ground.
That's like one of the bad guys
That's for you,
in.
Brett.
I think there's only one towards the end of the game where you go to attack him and he has fucking armor. He's a samurai. He has armor all in the front. Spoiler: they're samurais.
Damn it.
Yeah, that's
don't
all I'm
care.
telling you. But the only way you can kill him is from the back because in the front he has full plated armor and the bullets don't do anything. Bows don't do anything. The arrows don't do anything. Nothing like that. So when he goes to swing at you, you gotta dodge and attack him from behind. So it's kind of cool, but it's a pain in the dick because towards the end he doesn't get stuck in the ground. And that's all I'll say about that.
Yeah.
So like at the end, you're just like fucking doing somersaults all over the guy, trying to figure out how to get him.
That is badass. I can't wait to play that. I'm very excited about Tomb Raider. But honestly, the last thing I'll say about Bioshock is it was like a religious experience playing the game, and it was really crazy because you're
Was
just
it
like,
Jesus?
no, not like that.
Black
but it was
Jesus
very
or white Jesus?
yes. I want to talk about that too. Bioshock Infinite, get it? Just fucking buy it or borrow it.
6 out of 5 cups.
Yeah, I can't speak more highly of it. Like it's game of the year. Like you're just playing this. You're like, thank you. Like you did a really good job, guys. Again, because Bioshock, the first Bioshock, I really liked as well. I wasn't in love with it like I am with this game, but
The first one was really good.
the first one was very good. So my other thing that I did, my Easter, I'll tell a little bit about how my Easter spent.
Your Easter was awesome.
My sacrilegious
I've got
Easter.
a show that I want to talk about too. So
Sure.
no,
So-
you go first.
Okay, so Easter Sunday, I did not do any family stuff or anything like that. It was one of my buddies, my
Hey, neither
buddy
did I.
Matt's birthday. You didn't do anything either?
No, I went to work.
Oh, that's right, you were working. So I went downtown and I saw the Book of Mormon on Easter, which was fantastical. I liked the Book of Mormon. My favorite line was in the show was my scrotum is filled with maggots. I'll just give you that. You got to see the show because you're probably like,
how long is it in town for?
I actually don't know. I think it's in town for a while. I think it's in town for a few months.
Because I want to see that, and then towards the end of the year, we're gonna go see Wicked because Robin's never seen it. Now this will be my 4th time seeing it.
I've heard it's
my,
really good.
It's my favorite
Wicked is
musical.
really good.
Wicked was phenomenal.
Fucking awesome.
Book of Mormon's very, very good. Book of Mormon's written by the South Park guys.
Yeah,
The music
so you
was
know it'll be
done
good.
by the guy who did Avenue Q music.
Oh, really?
was
I
gonna
haven't
say
seen Avenue Q
Wicked
either,
is
so.
my second favorite musical, right behind Avenue Q.
Right.
Okay.
Avenue Q is fucking awesome.
The music in
Definitely-
this is
definitely
just as good.
Definitely check Avenue Q out.
I've seen a lot of the music.
It's on
online. It's very
Broadway.
good.
It also comes to Chicago every once in a while. It's puppets and people.
Yeah.
Which makes it awesome.
They do a really good job with Avenue Q.
It's
Everything I've
like
seen
Greg
online.
the Bunny, the musical,
Yes.
Yes, kind of like that.
which is
And it's
on
very raunchy.
Netflix or Amazon Instant. One of
Yeah,
the two.
Greg the Bunny is on there.
It's on there. I was like, oh my god, because they have
So
all
good.
12 episodes because 6 of them weren't aired, and I was like, oh my god, I need to go back and watch this. So like added it to my queue.
It's such a funny show.
Good stuff.
So Book of Mormon, I would recommend it. I loved it. The funny thing, the story that Brett was saying is, I won't give away why, but there's 2 Jesuses in the show. One of them white, one of them black. The black one having a very, very it's supposed to be a big black dick, but it's just like this big rubber tube that's just curved up. And after the show, they do the little spiel and stuff, and then the actors are like, you go out and since it's Easter, we figured we would get a little religious on you and go and take your picture with one of the Jesuses. And then he goes, you get to choose your Jesuses. Either you want the white Jesus or the black Jesus with the big black dick. So, but everybody was taking their picture with both, and everybody was having their arms around the Jesuses and taking their picture. And he's like, "This is the greatest Easter." Like it was. We stood out and watched the crowd for a little while.
Christ has risen twice today.
Yeah, exactly. And it was so like people were having
the other's not.
people were having so much fun.
I
like,
prefer the swirl Jesus.
exactly right. This the black swirl. They just hug each other. It was so funny to watch people have so much fun. Being so like offensive to every like people were, there was like 80-year-old women that were getting their picture taken with the fucking Jesuses. Like
That's
One
you're
holding
like
the
this
cock.
is so fun, you know? Like people were grabbing the fake dig and stuff. It was so freaking funny.
To answer your question, Brett, it's in town through September 8th.
Wow.
At Bank of America Theater.
That's where I saw it.
Yeah, that's where we saw Jersey Boys.
Good place. I like Bank of America.
Yeah, it was nice.
2.5 hours is the play, but
about normal.
it does not feel like it.
It's a play or a musical?
It's a musical.
Okay.
With live music and stuff. Music is very, very good. You would like music too, Andrew. They do a really good job with the music.
Do they?
I was impressed. I want to buy the CD. The music is that good. The lyrics are good. The quality is good. Very funny. Like just Matt and I were crying, laughing at a lot of the jokes that they had. And a lot of them were just like, quick throwaway things. Like just, or they were things on stage that the actors did that they didn't make a big deal about, but were uproariously funny. Like I don't even give anything away because it's just, you have to watch what everybody's doing. Everybody is doing something on the stage. It's fantastical. So I recommend Book of Mormon. And then afterwards, so we leave that, and the only thing that's open because it's Easter was Rivers Casino. So
So bad.
So you went to the boat?
So the three of us went to the casino, which was packed on Easter, ate some food, and then gambled for a little while.
That's actually not that
Easter.
bad. You know what my sister usually does on Christmas Day?
Uh-oh. What's this?
Her and her friends go to the strip club.
That's appropriate.
Like,
There's a lot of sad women there. It's
yes,
just
it's so funny.
lonely on Easter.
So funny that she does that though. They
That is
think it's like
awesome,
the
actually.
most depressing thing ever to be like the lone people.
I know the guy that's shooting for the puck right now. He plays for the Bears, but I don't know who the fuck it is.
They probably announced his name before, but
It's some black guy.
Yeah,
No.
well, that's a given.
He plays for the Bears, right?
Yeah,
He's black.
yeah.
yeah, now that Hurt
About
Locker's gone.
about
I almost said now that
eight-
Hurt Locker's gone.
Hurt
about
Locker.
88%
Good
of the
movie.
Bears is black.
What
Yeah,
percent?
most football
88.
players are black. There's nothing wrong with that. Shit happens.
88% of the Bears are black.
Are they? Yeah, there's shit. I mean, what's wrong with that?
Everything.
They're people too.
No,
I
they're
mean,
not.
don't
They
play
have no
Bioshock
souls.
and then think like, because Bioshock they have them all cleaning and stuff. Like,
Those were the good old days.
yeah, it's crazy how racist Bioshock is, but it's okay racism because it's like it's in the game. It's not like the people who made it are like fuck black people.
Well, also, they depicted it in like the 50s and 60s.
But it's not. Yeah, but there's so much technology in there.
Yeah.
That it's like it's one of those that it doesn't really. It's not really on our universe, Earth, planet.
Wait,
Oh,
what
it's
is
Tim
it?
Jennings. That's
Bioshock.
who it is.
Oh, okay.
'Cause it's not-
We've somehow switched from Book of Mormon to Bioshock, and I lost
we
you.
do that. We do that.
You got to stay on top of the shit.
Yeah, we fucking
It's
switch
bad that I could keep on top of it and I drank the rest
ADD
of
to
that.
the extreme. I'm surprised they haven't flashed his name on the screen
Tim
yet.
Jennings.
Oh, I don't even know who that is.
I figured it out. He's a cornerback for the Bears.
Oh, it says in the back of his. He's not even wearing a jersey. He's wearing a. Oh
Yeah,
no,
he
he is. He's got a jersey under it. Anyway, no one can see that.
He's
That's
got a hoodie on.
amazing podcasting, ladies and
Yes.
gentlemen. So yeah, that's
Look
the
at that, a
stuff.
black man that can play hockey.
Yeah,
His name is PK Subban.
we actually might be able to use him. Throw some skates on him and shit. He might be able to do
That's
this.
when he falls over.
Yeah, he might be able to
Little
skate.
kid fail.
I can't skate, so fuck that shit.
I get skate until I get to the corner.
What else we got going? Yeah, right.
I saw Olympus Has Fallen 2 weeks ago.
Did you?
Holy shit.
Good?
Amazing.
Oh, I thought you said terrible.
Completely believable, too.
Really?
Like, that could happen tomorrow. It is that realistic.
Tell me what's it about again?
So it's essentially like the Prime Minister of I almost said South Carolina,
Saudi
South
Arabia?
Korea
Yikes.
comes to the White House for a visit with the president, who's played by Aaron Eckhart, who does a fantastic job, like everything else he's in, and he has the South Korean Prime Minister over and stuff, and all of his aides and stuff come with them, and they're there for some meetings and stuff, some talks about like the tension with North Korea, which is very applicable to how it is now with all these like supposed bomb threats and everything. And they what happens is all these people that are there are actually undercover North Korean spies that have infiltrated the South Korean government, and they overthrow the White House. It's like this whole coordinated attack to get the president into the underground bunker underneath the White House and hold him hostage and gain control of all the nuclear weapons that the United States has, which I won't give any of the story away, but it's amazing. And Gerard Butler, amazing. I was waiting for a yippee-ki-yay motherfucker to come out of his
Isn't,
mouth. It's like a modern Die Hard, but good.
Isn't Morgan Freeman in there?
Yeah, Morgan Freeman plays the
what-
Secretary of State.
Okay, because I saw trailers. I'm like, what role does he play in there? Because I know they show like a little blurb of him. I'm like,
Yeah, it's
okay, where does he fall into this shit?
hands down the best movie action movie I've seen in a very long time.
Since Die Hard?
Die Hard, Good Day to Die Hard was horrible.
I'm talking about the original.
Oh no, the original is still one of my favorite movies, but in the past maybe 2 years, probably the best action movie I've seen.
Wow, really? I
Yeah.
definitely need to see it. I definitely want to go see it.
I'll go see it again. It is that.
Let's go right now,
awesome.
motherfucker.
Yeah, that's table over.
4 out of
Show's
5
done.
cups.
See you later.
Maybe I'll be able to go see that at some point.
Yeah, I will definitely see it again. It's just amazing.
Hey, Dave,
And
let's
Gerard
go see
Butler
that
is
next
just a
Wednesday.
Badass.
Done.
Just a badass.
Are you off Wednesday?
Yeah.
Excellent. Yeah, I definitely want to see that. I heard it was really, really good. I'm glad you liked it. I definitely have to talk about it next week when we see it.
Yeah, you definitely, because I really want to talk about it. I don't want to give away any spoilers or anything, but it's holy crap. Like, I was watching it. I was on the edge of my seat the whole time, like, chewing off my fingernails because I was like, oh, my God. It's so believable. And they do such a good job. Like, the Washington Monument gets destroyed in the very beginning. Jefferson Monument blows up.
They show a little bit of it in the preview.
Yeah.
They ruined that a little bit. But
Shit.
that good, huh?
Like a freaking gunship, like the one in Battlefield.
No.
Comes up and just starts shooting up DC and stuff. There's like hundreds and hundreds of people are getting killed, civilians, and like the Secret Service just gets demolished.
Which could
No
potentially
shit.
happen.
Yeah,
if they
it's-
get caught off guard.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is unbelievably believable.
That is awesome.
I could not give any higher review for it. It's just
Yeah, I have
epic.
to check it out. It sounds like it. It looked really good too from the previews.
Yeah.
It looked very good.
Mm-hmm.
What else you got?
While we're talking about the gun issue,
Uh-oh.
talk about the.
Can we talk about the tar sands?
I got something.
down
Let's
in
talk
Arkansas?
guns first.
Yeah, let's talk about the retard Colorado representative that I tweeted about earlier. 'cause
Oh,
she's just
you know what else
that
happened?
dumb.
I believe Connecticut passed their gun.
No, it's still.
Oh,
in-
it's still in?
Yeah, they haven't officially passed.
Because I know it's something like
No,
something
they
stupid.
passed it.
Did they?
Yeah,
I heard
they
it wasn't
passed
passed
it's
yet.
a limit of 6, a total of 6 rounds.
No, it's 10.
I thought it was 6.
I saw today it
maybe,
was 10.
maybe there was New
Yeah,
Hampshire.
it's always 10.
I saw
It's 10
somewhere
rounds.
where
But if you
I s-
have more than 10 rounds, you're grandfathered in.
Yes.
so what you're
It's
saying
just
is-
like New York's.
So what you're saying is I would be grandfathered in.
Yeah, if you had more than 10, yeah.
Excellent.
You would be. Yeah, so
Okay,
they...
I'm sending you the link right now, Dave.
yeah. Sorry, I didn't see that wizard one you just put up there. 9 minutes. What were we talking about? You had the wizard.
Oh, I just thought it was funny.
Oh, it is hilarious.
I just thought it was hysterical.
Yeah,
You
send that to
shall
me.
not fail.
Exactly. So yeah, the guns. We talk about guns a lot.
We talk about guns a lot, but
It's
it's,
a
it's,
big
it's,
deal.
it's a
Okay.
prevalent issue, and it is a very big deal.
It's not guns that kill people. People kill people.
Yeah.
There was a newspaper article where a guy loaded his shotgun, set it on his front porch, and left it
just
there
gonna
all
say it.
day. All day.
Mm-hmm.
People walked past his house, drove past his house, stopped at the stop sign, a couple houses down, and no one got killed. Nobody got killed.
Oh
And
my
he says
God.
this. He's like, nobody died from this gun. He's like, guns don't kill people, motherfucker. And he's right.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
totally right. I mean,
here.
Although, wouldn't it be funny if the gun fell off and shot
I think-
somebody on accident?
I
You're like,
think my personal
ban all guns.
yeah.
my personal ideal is if a loaded gun of any kind is kind of like if you put the keys in your ignition and put it in drive.
Yeah.
Okay, the car will automatically go and kill someone.
Mhm.
Like it, no matter who's in front of it, it will possibly run them over. If
Yes.
it's a little kid, the car doesn't matter. The gun doesn't.
Sorry to
care
interrupt
either.
you, but Emery is giving some lip to a player who slammed his
yeah.
face into the board.
So anyway,
Sorry.
That's
so
awesome.
it's kind of, if you look at it that way, it's kind of the equivalent to that because it's a loaded shotgun. Okay, the car automatically drives by itself. So if you turn the key in the ignition and put it in drive, that's
It'll
like
go.
having a loaded gun,
Mhm.
like one in the chamber right there.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, great game mode, by the way, in Call of Duty.
one in the chamber. Yeah.
So it's just like that. You could set it on the table. People could bump the table, walk past it, pick it up, and like look at it and stuff, and not touch the trigger or whatever, and it will not kill anybody. A car, you can put it in drive, okay? Unless you have your foot on the brake, the car's going.
Yeah.
So I don't see why everyone's
If
getting
it's an automatic transmission.
Yes. Well, even if you're downhill on a stick shift,
Yes.
you're still going.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I did say in drive, so technically stick shift.
Yeah, so fuck you, Brett.
Yeah, so fuck you. So yeah. So
Yeah, no, yeah.
argue with me if you want, but that's how I see it.
Yes.
Yeah, that's how I think all of us here see it, and we've talked about that at length here. So, what is this story?
Okay, so this was I actually heard this on the news this morning, and then I saw it's a video. The
Play it.
Yeah, go ahead and play it, and then we'll discuss, because I almost crashed my car this morning after I heard while listening to this woman.
I do think that we can pass those, and just
Turn it up.
very briefly to your last question, what's the efficacy of banning these magazine clips?
Wait, can I pause this anyway? She sounds like a stupid cunt already.
Okay. Wait.
Like, not to be an asshole.
After this clip, it actually it's not actually in the video, but it's been discussed ad nauseum, and this woman's getting Twitter bombed like crazy for her remarks. I'll discuss the other remarks after this, but turn up the volume and play it from the beginning.
I do think that we can pass those, and just very briefly to your last question, what's the efficacy of banning these magazine clips? I will tell you, these are ammunition. They're bullets. So the people who have those now, they're going to shoot them. And so if you ban them in the future, the number of these high capacity magazines is going to decrease dramatically over time, because the bullets will have been shot and there won't be any more available.
What? Yes, exactly.
Whoa! You shoot the bullets, you can still get the casing, and you could repack your own.
No. She's talking about the magazine.
Wait,
you shoot the magazine and you're done?
Yes. She doesn't understand that magazines are reloadable.
Is she for or against gun control? Because she's like, go shoot your bullets.
Okay.
We won't have any more.
Okay, so here's the best part. An older gentleman actually at this hearing that was all about gun control and gun safety, all this kind of crap, stood up and he goes, "If you ban the guns and stuff, I'm an old man. If someone were to break into my house, how am I supposed to defend yourself?" And this was all done in Denver. She goes, "Well, thankfully you live in Denver and the DPD will show up to help you." And then she goes, "But you probably will be dead by the time they get there."
She said
She
that?
actually said this.
What a dumb cunt.
There's the
Is
video.
she for or against gun control?
She's for gun control.
Oh my God.
Here's the scary part.
That's actually scary, because a lot of the people that are for strict gun control, they don't understand guns.
No,
they
they
don't. They're ignorant to it.
Perfect case scenario right here.
Like gun shows.
This woman is a elected official serving in the United States Congress for the state of Colorado.
Which is supposed to uphold the U.S. Constitution.
No, that aside, I can give two shits about the Constitution right now. I'm saying, how ignorant are you about how firearms work that you're going to be holding a summit on gun safety and gun control? I seriously almost crashed my car this morning when I heard
shut the
this.
show down. This is so ridiculous. I almost shut the show
That's
down.
like Obama using 2-decade-old information.
Yes.
About
The 40%
gun laws.
thing.
Yes.
Yes.
Which
Oh my
I'll send this
God.
to Dave right now.
I am flabbergasted.
And
that
this is actually kind of ironic, because it's off of Washington Post, and we all know that they're liberal as fuck.
almost as bad as CNN, which,
Yes.
I can be liberal,
this is coming
but
from a liberal website.
right.
Which I just actually linked to you if you want to throw that up there. Obama's continued use of the claim that 40% of gun sales lack background checks is 2 decades old.
Yeah, I saw that.
2
I read that
decades.
article. That
How
was
can he get
insane.
away with that?
Because people don't pay attention to the facts.
They don't check the facts. They gave it 3 Pinocchios. Was their rating for it? Like how big of a lie
Okay,
it
What
was?
is, how many?
You
how
go
many
to
Pinocchios?
you go to
Yeah.
a gun show
How many, is that
like
how
the one
many?
that's coming up this Sunday.
It used to be 2, now it was 3. They upgraded it.
You
'cause
go
people
to a
are still
gun show
spotting
like
this
the one that's
statistic.
coming up this Sunday at DuPage County Fairgrounds, or the one next Sunday at Kane County Fairgrounds.
Mm-hmm.
You cannot buy a gun without a background check. If you are a person like me, you or Dave,
Mm-hmm.
going to the gun show to sell a gun to one of the vendors, they can buy it from you.
Yes.
Because
They are
90% of those vendors work for a gun shop.
Yes.
Whether it
FFL
is,
licensed.
yes, whether it is JNR Shooting Sports,
Rinks.
Rinks,
Whatever this
what's
place
the
over here is.
Mega Sports is another one. like any one of those, they are vendors there. You buy a gun there, you still gotta wait the 3-day background check.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta fill out all your paperwork there. Give them your money there.
Yeah.
Guys, did you read through this article more?
Oh, yeah.
When it describes how they fuck with that, it's not 40%.
No,
It's not.
It's actually somewhere in the neighborhood of like 17% or something like that.
When you credit in the study was only 251 people.
Out of 300 million. Oh, around that time, probably 250 million.
251 people is not a statistically significant. Well, okay, it is. It's not in
Depending
terms
on
of,
your universe size.
Yeah, but technically, if it's anything more
We're
than
getting
30,
all math.
if it's anything more than 30, you can actually use statistical analysis on it. But 251 people to me is not enough people in a poll of this magnitude.
Yes.
To determine if they use.
And they futz with what a transaction versus a sale is.
Yeah.
They don't
Because
include gifts,
here-
inheritances, and prizes.
I could have a FFL license and sell it to either of you two because you guys have FOID cards.
Mm-hmm.
If I had a FFL license, I could sell it to you guys, and no background check is needed
Really?
because of that. Like if I had my own thing,
the onus is on you then.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So like that. But if I worked for a gun shop like Rinks, Mega Sports, J&R Shooting Sports, somewhere like that.
Shout out to all those. Those guys are awesome.
Yes, I've been to each one of those actually shooting before, and I think Dave has as well.
Yeah.
And you know, I bought stuff from Rings. I bought some stuff from each one of those places, and to buy a firearm from anywhere, you need the background check. At least in Illinois, in any state, it's actually you need the background check. It's no way around it.
It makes sense too.
That's a federal law.
Yes.
Yeah, that's fine.
It's not the fact that the people that are getting the guns without the background check are buying them illegally off the street corners.
Yes. So if you ban gun sales of high magazine or assault weapons or military style rifles and high capacity magazines, that's going to stop us because we're law abiding citizens.
And it's not going to stop
Joe
Joe
Blow
Schmo.
from the Latin Kings downtown is not going to have a problem buying a high magazine clip or high
That's not
magazine
going to
capacity
Or having them
that's
magazine,
not going to
make it,
stop
or
someone
have them
from
make it. Yeah.
stop someone from the Four Corner Hustlers from thank you Gangland for that one.
Yeah.
exactly.
It's not going to stop them from buying a gun off the street corner and getting whatever they need.
Yeah.
Well, like we've talked about, the laws are not there for people who are going to abide by them. The laws are there.
Yes.
The laws are there,
Exactly.
and people are going to break them. Wow, I still am flabbergasted. Like,
I
I'm
know.
glad I waited till the air to
Yeah.
see that clip because you told me about it. I'm like, I kind of want to watch it on air. Wow,
Seriously, almost crashed my car.
what a like not just because I don't care if she's a woman.
No.
What a
That's why when I posted, I was
terrible-
like, how was this congresswoman or congressperson elected?
What a terrible person.
Dude, you know what I find funny? In 2008, when Obama was elected, he said he would not touch anything with guns.
Mm-hmm.
He would not talk about gun control, stricter
And
gun
then
laws,
Sandy
and anything
Hook
like that.
happened.
And now,
Exactly.
and now
That's-
look what's happening.
But Bush also probably said he wasn't going to fuck with our rights, but then 9/11 happened. So that's not.
Yeah.
Well,
and then the Patriot
yeah, okay.
happened.
So,
and we all just
so what
bent
happened
over
was
Saints Lube.
here.
We did.
Okay, yeah, Bush had 9/11. That's kind of understandable.
It's a little
because
different than the
he
Sandy
had to
Hook.
do something. What has Obama had?
Sandy Hook.
Nowhere near the same magnitude.
No.
Nowhere
to
near.
those families, but yeah, to us, no. To the nation as a whole.
To the nation as a whole,
nothing.
nothing.
Oh, Colorado too was pretty big. The Batman thing.
No,
Still
no,
not
no.
a
Not-
national
no.
To the
thing.
nation as a whole, not that state.
No, it's
not
apples
that
and
city.
oranges. Like you can't as
It's
I'm
like,
ta- I'm
it's-
talking the
it
nation
really
as a
is
whole.
like a pissing contest of what was more severe.
who
they're
died?
all terrible.
How many people?
Terrible.
Yeah, they're all.
I wouldn't say horrible and terrible, and it came out
9/11
terrible.
is to our generation as
Shout out to Bondi with the hairable.
9/11 to our
Hairballless.
generation is Pearl Harbor to our grandparents.
Yes,
Yes.
very much so.
Totally.
So
It changed a lot of things.
yes, okay, which we had Columbine. No,
Which was the first? I feel like Columbine was the first major
It was the first one that
Headline
was majorly
promoted.
promoted.
yes, in
media coverage.
yes, because that's when media started to be on the fly, like how it is nowadays.
Yes,
And okay, since then we had Sandy Hook, we had
Colorado.
we had the DeKalb,
Yeah,
NIU.
Yeah.
We had Virginia Tech.
Yep. We got
Okay.
a lot.
Okay, yeah, that's not. Yeah, okay, those are covered.
Orders of
But-
magnitude less than 9/11.
But
Yes.
there was still stuff that happened back in the day, like the school shootings, that weren't covered because the media wasn't as fast because we didn't have
we
the
didn't
internet.
have Twitter. We
We
didn't
didn't have
Facebook,
Twitter. We didn't have any social media.
RSS. I mean,
Yeah, we didn't.
Right.
There was no social media back then, so everything that people were learning back then was in the news, and the news actually did their job.
Yes.
The reporters actually did their job. Nowadays, the reporters are not doing their job.
No, it's reactionary. It's like let's get this let's promote this news story.
Look what happened with Sandy Hook. They said first they said, oh, there's 3 shooters. No, there's 4 shooters.
Yeah.
Oh, there was 1 shooter. Well, how many?
He had pistols. He had assault rifles. He had this. He used fully automatic weapons.
Yeah, he had clips.
None of those were true.
Yeah.
Really?
Except for the handguns.
Yeah, only the handguns.
The only thing he used was handguns, semi-automatic handguns, and they found an AR-15 in his trunk.
In
it was
his
legally licensed to his mother.
Yeah. Well, all the guns he had,
Which that goes
he
back
stole.
to his mother of why did she knew her son had a mental illness.
Which
why
goes
did
back
she,
to the law-abiding citizen thing.
which
He
Yes.
stole the
why
guns.
did she
Yeah,
not
exactly.
have that? She knew her son had a mental illness. Why did she not have that gun locked up?
She should have.
You could go out to anywhere. You could go out to Gander Mountain and buy a gun safe.
Yep.
You could go anywhere and buy a gun safe. Why did she not have it locked up, or at least put a locking mechanism on the trigger?
Yeah. Those are fairly inexpensive.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
it's-
dude, you could buy a lock for the trigger for like $50.
Yeah, we saw them and we were
Yeah.
at the, and I've never seen those before. And I was like, "Whoa, look at these!" Like that's
and
so
I told
cool.
you, I go, dude, you can find those anywhere.
Yeah, and
You
they're
could
very
even
expensive.
find ones that go through the chamber.
Mhm.
They lock around. Yeah.
Yeah.
Lock through
Bonnie
the
has one of those.
through where the magazine goes and locks in there.
I think that I think what might happen and more people will realize that maybe we need to focus on a little more of the safety. Like there are people who legally can have guns, but then the responsibility needs to be on them
The responsibility
to lock it up, to protect it.
Not only that, but the responsibility has to go to the parents to teach their children about gun safety.
Right.
It's not the fact of keeping it locked away and hiding it from their kids.
No.
It's the fact of showing, hey, this is a gun. This can kill people if you're not careful.
And as soon as this magazine is done, you can just throw it away.
Yep.
Just
Yeah,
fucking
it's no
toss
longer
that
good.
shit
No
and
longer
move to
good.
Colorado.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, fuck. St. Louis scored.
Yeah, I was on a breakaway.
He was on a rant.
Yeah.
We were letting him go. Unleash the Andrew Cage. No, Andrew's right though. Like it's so fucking stupid. I'm just so sick of
And politics, they're using scare tactics. That's all they're doing. They're using scare tactics on the weak-minded,
Yeah.
which
Basically what it
is
comes
the
down to.
majority of the nation.
and it's very easy to because when you hear about all those kids that died in like Sandy Hook and stuff in Colorado, you're like, God damn. Like,
yeah, it's tragic, but hey, I'm a law-abiding citizen. Yeah, it's tragic that it happened, but why should it affect me? Why don't they? Which I think now Obama's actually putting money towards funding mental illnesses to like research it and everything.
If they put as much of immediate coverage on people dying from taking controlled substances legally, like getting addicted to Norco, Vicodin, and OxyContin, the
Or
country would
even
be in
like,
an uproar bigger than the guns, and they'd be like, "Oh my God, we need to do something about." But like they're not covering it, even though many orders of magnitude more people are dying from taking prescription drugs and getting addicted to those.
That's like the video I showed you the other day about the 7 minutes of gun control.
Oh my God, that was a good
Oh,
video.
that was an
Which I
awesome
think you
video.
watched as well.
Yeah, I
God,
posted
that was good.
I don't know if you guys noticed, it's on my Facebook page. We should definitely repost that on Geekify.
Yeah, definitely.
well,
It will
find
be
it.
on the Geekify Facebook page.
Yeah, I'll post it. right now.
Facebook.com/Geekify TV, I believe it is.
That's correct.
Hey, I got it right.
Yay!
You finally got one.
Only
right.
38 episodes in. I don't have it though. I don't
It's
know.
only been a year. You can get off my Facebook, which I think they'll retweet or repost.
I'm posting it right
Yeah,
now.
because
Um,
you thank you.
Pay attention to the guy. He does not use any notes. He does not use a teleprompter, and he quotes shit like crazy.
He shoots out numbers that I looked up a couple, and he's dead on.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's like, more people. He's right. Like more
More
are
people
killed.
die from a fucking hammer and a knife than a gun.
Yes.
Don't-
A
Totally.
year. A year.
There are more murders with those weapons than a gun and stuff like. And you're like, well,
Here,
Ben knows that.
are you ready
know?
for this one?
But that's not being covered.
United States, more people have guns than in any other nation in the world. We rank 28th in homicides and murders with a weapon, with a firearm. 28th in the world.
Yep.
Yeah, I like when people try to compare it to like the United Kingdom too. It's like, oh, we have so many more gun
Hey,
deaths.
Pierce
but
Morgan, get the fuck out of the
yeah,
country.
no, exactly. No, it was like, well, we had 11,000 gun deaths or whatever. It's like, okay, 11,000 out of 300 million.
Yeah.
How many gun deaths happen in the United Kingdom
nice.
out of how many people live there. I don't know the statistic offhand. I'm just
Neither do I.
saying it's probably all proportionate.
And guess
theirs is
what?
probably higher because it's going to be all guns are banned there.
Guess what? 11,000, let's say 11,000 handgun, or 11,000 death by guns. 36,000 people die every year from the flu.
Yep.
Like, hello? Like, actually, there's a lot less gun crime if you think about it. It's just, it's being put on the headlines.
Yes.
And it's being baked into our brains and baked into people who aren't really aren't hearing all the whole story.
That also goes back to the media, to where the media is being sponsored by these anti-gun people, companies, government, and all that stuff, to where, oh, you don't want to talk bad about guns, we'll just stop funding you.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yes.
that's why I like to follow Anonymous on Twitter, because
If they didn't,
they don't give a fuck.
they tweet so much.
They do,
It's,
but
like impossible.
almost the vast majority, 80% of what they tweet is very informative.
Yes.
Oh, it
Like-
is.
like
It's just
the
so
tar-
much.
They do tweet a
that-
lot. I give you
The
that.
tar
Though.
Like
sands
I'll
of
open it
Arkansas.
up and it's just anonymous. You're not news. Anonymous.
Yeah, it's a
like,
lot of
I just
anonymous.
can't keep.
You might
up.
also catch up, like you might also log in when they're doing their storms,
They do crazy storms. Ops.
to where it's like for like the next half hour, they're just rapid fire tweeting, like with the stuff with the tar sands down in Arkansas. I don't know if you guys heard anything about it. I know I kind of informed Brett beforehand. I think Dave's kind of been up.
I've
on
been
it.
following on with Anonymous for a while
It
now.
happened in Mayflower, Arkansas. It was a Canadian pipeline, I believe it was, carrying tar sands. What are tar sands, you might ask? It is crude oil mixed with sand that I believe they take somewhere and they filter it out.
Yeah.
And
It's easier to move with sand in it.
Yeah. So that happens. And there was a leak down in Mayflower.
A massive leak.
12,000 barrels of oil, of tar sands, I'm sorry. And the media is calling it crude oil when it's actually tar sands. It's a big difference. Tar sands you could actually pick up in its clumps. It's not liquid at all. And so what they do is they filter it out, get all the crude oil out of the sand. And so it's ExxonMobil line, and it broke. 22 homes have been evacuated for it, and I believe the governor of Arkansas
Yes.
has said that it looks like a scene from those 22 homes look like a scene from The Walking Dead.
I have it up on the feed here. An estimated 3,500 to 5,000 barrels of heavy. Well, they're saying heavy crude oil. It's not. It's tar sands. You fucks. Broke through. It's let's see. Cleaning up on March 29th. Yeah, the state attorney general Dustin McNeil said it looks like Walking Dead. Like
Yeah.
they evacuated 22 homes. He's like, the neighborhood looks like an episode of Walking Dead where there's just shit everywhere and it's empty. It's not being covered as much.
No, it's not. That's the media not doing their job. They're not going in asking all these questions like why does ExxonMobil have the rights to the no-fly zone within a 5-mile radius of 1,000 feet above the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Why? There's an airport within there that's I believe to be a civilian airport. Why can they not take off and land?
Check out on the feed right now. They have one of many animals. Well, it's a duck that is just coated in this tar sand
Oh,
shit.
There's ducks.
That
there's
duck's gonna
deers.
die. Like that,
Yeah,
you can't come back from that.
There's so many animals that are being affected.
They
by this.
found.
Oh, good Lord.
Anonymous tweeted, they found an animal like 50 miles away coated in oil that was trying to get the fuck away, and they found it, and they're like, "Oh shit!" Like, because it's spreading. Like the animals are gonna be, because they're getting the fuck out of there.
And Exxon also dumped wasted water, I believe it was, from this in New Orleans.
Yeah, they did. They had to dump a bunch of water.
That was contaminated in New Orleans. Yeah, okay. We all joke around about New Orleans and how it's such a shithole, but still,
Those people don't deserve that.
no, they
They're
don't.
still people.
Yeah, and they've had to deal with enough with Katrina and all that other shit. They're finally starting to recover from that.
Here, at the day this was, as of the day this was written, officials say 16 birds, 7 turtles, 9 reptiles, a beaver, and a muskrat have been recovered. 7 ducks have died so far.
That's not to mention the people. Think about the people that live there.
That's short term. Like,
Yeah.
you're talking about the long term would be way more death from animals
Yeah, long
and
term.
from
Here in Lamont, you know where the post office is?
Yeah.
A lot
downtown.
of people. Yeah, if you people look up Lamont, Illinois, there's a post office downtown. Just Google for the post office. There's a spot of land where they were talking about putting a sports complex. Well, back in the 70s, I believe it was something to do with oil. I believe it was something to do with oil. But all the soil is contaminated, and they were talking about putting a sports complex there.
Mhm.
Well, you can't do that because all the soil is still contaminated.
Yeah.
And the mayor was talking about putting a sports complex there and how it's going to bring all this revenue to the town, yada, 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 but which is a crack of shit because all the taxpayers would have to pay for it up front.
Yeah.
And so what's to say that the soil is still not contaminated? They didn't run any soil tests. They didn't do anything like this. And he tried to push it through, and then all the townspeople were like, no, we don't support this at all. And he's like, whoa, I guess we'll look for outside funding.
It's insane to me how this Exxon stuff is being just
suppressed
immensely in the media.
Which there was a gas well that blew up in shit. Where the fuck?
I just saw about that too.
It was in Ohio somewhere. Oh fuck, where was
How
it?
have I not heard about any of this?
Dude, where the fuck have you
Dude,
been?
The media.
I've been crazy busy at work.
Follow Anonymous, son.
Media.
I'm in media, and I didn't.
And you
hear
fail.
about this. Just goes to show you.
I forgot where the fuck it was.
Let me see if I can look it up. I'm on Anonymous's
It
site.
was definitely in Ohio. I know that much.
Yeah,
but
it was.
it blew. Gas well blew up in the guy's backyard around 3:30 today. Today's what, Thursday the 4th? Yeah, it blew up today. I mean, could you just imagine sitting down to watch like your afternoon TV shows, like you're off from work or whatever, and you sit down and next thing you go, kaboom, and there's a big fucking fire in your backyard?
Yeah, that wouldn't be awkward.
Yeah, it's just fucking crazy. I really hate how it. I mean, I love Anonymous, but I hate how it takes them to have to bring stories like this, like the Ohio story, the rape story.
Yes.
That was being suppressed until Anonymous went no.
Oh yeah, the Steubenville thing.
Yes.
Yes.
And
that
now,
was
and
nuts.
literally because of Anonymous, that story came about, and those guys were charged, even though they weren't charged enough. It still brought it out. Anonymous is very much against rape, which I like. I'm glad that Anonymous is against. Not that I like rape.
Oh,
I like that Anonymous is against it.
I read it. I forgot where the fuck I read it, but I read a news article.
On Reddit.
No, to where a guy raped his girlfriend's or wife or something, like her infant, like 6-month-old child, and killed her.
Where?
I forget. I don't. It was in the United States. It
Look up the
happened.
story.
Dude, I don't remember where I saw this. I saw this somewhere when I was on my lunch break. It might have been anonymous.
They do tweet a lot.
I just remember like seeing the headline. I'm like, no, it can't be true. But yeah, like a whole article. He got frustrated or something, and he raped the kid, but didn't mean to kill her, and actually killed her.
What an asshole.
I meant to rape her, not kill her.
Yeah.
I swear.
That makes it so much
Oops.
better. And I can't remember what the fuck that was. I don't want to search for it because it will turn into like the last time I searched for something.
20
Where's
minutes
the-
later,
Where,
Andrew's
no,
back.
where's the whole fucking episode? I'm searching for this thing. I'm like, I found it.
You just went silent during that. It was so funny.
Yeah, because I was trying to find this thing the whole time, and I was like, I'm like, that's just fucking wrong. Could you imagine? Because in prison, from what I understand, is the prisoners find out why you're there, and if it's pedophilia or anything of that nature, you will get fucking shanked.
Even murderers don't like rapists.
Yes. So nobody likes rapists or pedophiles. So like right there, you got a bullseye on your back. And you're
Whoa.
fucked.
This just hit a couple hours ago. The doctor, there's a doctor that was taking care of that douchebag from the Colorado movie attack.
Yeah.
He warned the police before the attack, and they did nothing.
That doesn't.
Well,
oh no, I heard
wait,
about
wait.
that.
Round of applause goes out
Yeah,
there
no,
to the
I did
fucking
hear
police.
about that. That
Yeah,
came out a while
fuck.
ago.
Did it really?
Yeah, they talked about that not long after it happened.
I can't believe.
Have you guys
that.
seen the pictures of that guy right after
Yeah, I
that
have one.
happened?
Yeah,
he
he
looks
looked fucking cray-cray.
nuts,
He
like
looks-
orange hair and stuff. It's like, if I saw that guy on the street, I'd stab him.
Yeah.
Wow. When if that's what the doctor's supposed to do when there is a public danger, and they didn't really do anything. Like I
Yeah.
mean, like it's hard to say what they could and could not do, but if the doctor is like, "Hey, this guy might be dangerous,"
Yeah, because
they should
isn't there a
probably do something.
doctor-patient confidentiality?
Yeah,
like if you went to church.
Except if there's public danger.
If
Yes.
they, harm to themselves or harm to the
I
public.
believe the
Yes.
only time there's an exception to that is if you go to a confession booth to a priest, they're bound by church laws not to say anything.
Even if it's like danger.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the church has this
Like
weird
you could go
loophole
to
with that
confess
stuff.
to the church, like I murdered someone.
Mhm.
They cannot say anything.
Oh, the church, ladies and gentlemen, just a lovely thing for that. That you can
Mhm.
just, admit your crimes and be, oh, it's okay. You raped that child. That's
Well,
fine.
the priests get away with it all the time.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
sadly do. But with people like Anonymous around, they won't for forever.
No.
No, definitely not.
It's crazy. It's crazy world sometimes. There are good things though,
Yeah.
like Bioshock Infinite. There are good things in this world.
Know what
that
else
we
is
can
some good
cling
things to bring this back up?
Yeah.
Know what comes back on Friday that I'm really excited about? That's I thought was done for the season.
What?
Ancient Aliens.
It
is
comes back?
Yes. There's
So
a second
close.
half of the 5th season.
I will lose more sleep
Yeah.
than ever before.
They haven't released what the actual episode's about, but it's called the Von Daniken Legacy. I saw Robin was checking some stuff on the DVR yesterday, and she was going through like looking at the scheduled stuff, and I was like, whoa, go back to Friday. And I was like, holy shit, Ancient Aliens, yes!
They're real.
Yes, it's back. I can't wait.
I have to watch that show more.
Oh, it's awesome. It's on the network.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, you have to. Before you go, this is terrible podcasting. On this, we have to log that in on here
Okay.
because it's not logged in.
Yeah.
What I was going to say is a show I started watching based on my buddy Bertram. Shout out to him, his sexy man. Justified.
I found it.
You did find it? Oh, it was about 20 minutes, so that's pretty good.
No, I
was
just
about
kind of
2
I just
minutes.
googled it.
Send it to
It
me.
was actually in Columbus, Ohio.
Send it to me.
He was his name is Steve Smith from with American Dad. I'm kidding about that one.
Haha.
But he argued for mercy, and this one isn't easy. He acknowledged his intent to rape his girlfriend's 6-month-old daughter, but he said he never intended to kill the baby.
Jesus Christ.
I just wanted to rape her. I didn't want to kill her.
He
I
was too
swear.
drunk in his assault when he killed her.
Quote the late great Colonel Sanders. I'm too drunk to taste this
So-
chicken.
Why can't somebody just bring him out back and just give him, what do they call it? Oh, damn it. Just his throat. I'm trying to say, they
Go on.
give him the necktie. What the fuck's that called?
Noose.
How about we just give him a fireman?
No, there's a special term for
How about we just give him a fireman's necktie? You know what that
not
is,
a
right?
Caribbean. Yeah. Oh no. What is it?
Fireman necktie. You put the hose around his neck and then you turn the water on. It pops his head
Oh
off.
yeah, and it chokes him
That's cool.
No, it just pops his head off because of all
because
the
it's just
pressure.
the pressure.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. But like we should just be able to be like, you know what? You don't get to live. Not shoot him
Yeah.
because we don't want to waste all our magazines.
Mm-hmm.
But just use one of those.
We're gonna get so much use out of that.
Wait,
It's very
wait.
funny.
Just use a knife
why
or
don't-
a hammer.
Yeah.
Why
you know,
don't-
or flu.
Why
It's more
doesn't he
common
just
when you
get
do it that
what
way.
he-
anyway.
Why doesn't he just receive what he dished out, an eye for an eye? How about he just gets raped by a big black man?
Right, and then
And
and
then-
then he
and
actually
then-
gets
A
killed.
black
Yeah.
man. I think a 6-month-old baby should rape him.
That's weird.
I don't think.
I don't
they know
really
what
like
they're
the
doing.
breast universe over there. He's got some weird laws. No, but
eye
I
for an eye.
breast
You rape a 6-month-old. The 6-month-old rapes you.
Yep.
I didn't say he had to actually do it. I'm saying just take a broomstick
Just do it.
with some rusted nails on it.
That's all you
Just-
need.
Yeah.
That's all you need.
Fuck
Hi-
that. Just
hi,
go.
doggy.
You heard about in Africa? They got the fuck. It goes because of all the rape in Africa that they're making something to put in
This
the
is
women's.
going back down again in terms of.
They put it in the women's vagina,
Uh-huh.
and it actually has like zipper teeth on it, to where if the guy goes to rape the girl,
It's a feminine condom that protects him.
yeah,
Really?
his cock gets stuck in it, and he has to go to the hospital to get it removed.
It has like needle points in it, so it'll stick in there.
Yeah.
It's similar idea, like the.
It's like a kidney blocker, but for vaginas.
Exactly.
Yes.
That's
you know,
awesome.
like what the fuck are those things called? Taser.
Yeah.
You know, like how that needle sticks in you, have
Yeah.
to get that removed. It's like that, but on your dick.
Yeah,
Oh my
and
God.
it's not
Yeah.
like one or two on
It's
the
like-
side.
It's like
like
teeth.
It's like barbed.
Me and Jamie both said it at the same time. It's
What?
teeth.
It
The
is
movie Teeth.
It is the movie Teeth.
and I saw a picture of it. This thing looks fucking vicious.
Oh, it's like a bear trap for your dick.
Here, take a condom, okay, and put teeth in it and stick that in a woman's
Ugh.
vagina. That's what it looks like. They
Well,
said
it's
it goes
sad
in
that
with
they have to do that, but they do to protect
Yes.
themselves a lot of times.
because rape.
It's one of the reasons
rape
that
in
AIDS
Africa
is so prevalent there.
Yeah, rape in Africa is like going to the store and buying beer here.
Yeah, it's crazy over there.
That's how similar it is.
Yeah.
Like that's how much it happens. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
It's very crazy. It's just
we
weird
buy
how
a lot of beer.
yeah. I've had like 2 or so tonight, and
Yeah.
I'm feeling it. That's a lot
I've
of
had
rape.
one.
It's
Not
crazy.
drinking beer, buying beer.
Yeah, right.
I've only had one.
Yeah, and half a jar of apple
pie
something. Yeah.
Oh man. Let's bring this up. I started watching the show Justified due to Chris.
Hold on, but before we
That's
do
on my
that, let's,
to-do
list.
let's
More-
bring up the what the fuck moment because it kind of ties into everything.
What was it?
I'll send it to you again.
Because I completely lost it. That was like an hour and a half ago.
It was. It goes back to the whole pedophilia thing.
God, we need to take this up a couple notches.
No,
we keep going back to pedophilia, rape,
no. But this is what the fuck
vagina
moment.
condoms with nails. I mean, we got to take
It's
this up a
teeth.
couple
You
notches.
sent me the same thing. It's not.
Are you fucking? It's not working.
You sent me this. No, you sent me the
What I sent
baby
you?
rape case.
Oh,
God damn.
it's one of the same.
And I don't like to say that too often.
Okay. The guy's name is Grant Smith. Why is all the ones with babies have the last name of Smith?
Keep it anonymous.
Kevin, no. Kevin Smith, no.
No.
He's clean, I promise.
He was sentenced for watching child porn on a plane. On a plane.
On a motherfucking plane?
On a motherfucking
He
airplane.
we talking
looks
about
like
snakes?
a rapist.
He's a
talking
Mormon
snakes?
from Utah.
What? Wait, a Mormon? What?
I'm just
Those are
guessing
such
there.
clean people,
But-
though.
Most
They
people
wear
from
special
Utah are Mormon.
undergarments to church.
They do?
He was charged with
Oh my
viewing child
God.
porn on a Boston-bound commercial flight. He won't have to serve his jail sentence if he sticks to the terms of his probation. I don't know what the
Which
probation
is what? No child porn for 2.5 years?
No porn whatsoever. I don't know. They don't say his probation. But the prosecutors say the 50-year-old Salt Lake City resident pleaded guilty Thursday to possessing child pornography. A Boston judge suspended Smith's 2.5-year sentence and placed him on 5 years probation. I don't know what the probation is. It doesn't say.
They don't say, no. But a passenger...
He must continue sex offender treatment, comply with Utah sex offender registry requirements, and follow restrictions on contact with children and internet use.
Is this the what the fuck moment?
Yes.
Okay.
What the fuck?
Yeah, that is what the fuck.
What, okay.
Prosecutors say a fellow first-class passenger saw first class,
More like
Expensive.
class act, huh?
more like
Seriously.
spank class.
Yeah,
Oh.
right.
The passenger saw Smith viewing pornographic computer images of young girls during the November 2011 flight. This was back in 2011. It's just now getting public, just now coming to the front of things. The passenger took a cell phone photo of the images and alerted a flight attendant. Smith was arrested in Boston and initially pleaded not guilty. He resigned his job as a University of Utah engineering professor.
You know why it's probably coming out now is because they probably were building their case.
Yeah.
And then they were arresting him. Like, they probably just, like, arrested him recently.
Yeah, probably.
And are doing that. Like, it's why it took so long. But I would be afraid if I was that passenger that took a picture, because then you have, like, a picture of that. Like, that could get a little janky, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we've talked about this before. It's some very fine lines. I busted a guy at Circuit City when I was working there for child pornography on his computer that he brought in for repair.
Did you? And you
Yeah.
have to report him,
Yeah,
right?
I had to report it. It's a very sticky situation.
Literally.
It's something you don't want to see, but if you see it, you got to report.
Yep.
You do. You really do.
You got to protect the youth.
Yeah.
All right, let's bring this up a little bit before
Actually,
we
I got
go.
one more downer note. I would like a 2-second moment of silence for Roger Ebert, who passed away today at the age of 70.
And he's dead. All right, that's a moment of silence for
No,
him.
that wasn't 2. That was only like a half second.
That's all I got.
You're horrible at the moments of silence.
I am very terrible. I just
Okay.
talk through them.
Billy May is here for a moment of silence.
Exactly.
I would like 2 seconds for Roger Ebert because he was a great film critic. We love film here.
One
and
of his
great
first
Chicagoan.
ones, I believe, was what the fuck?
E.T.
was it?
Yeah.
No, it was
I just made it up.
Dawn of the Dead. I think the original.
The first movie he reviewed.
Yeah, I think it was Night of the Living Dead or something like that.
I don't know.
I did like Roger Ebert, but there's a moment of silence.
Sad
I don't-
guy. Great.
I don't
Chicago
like
guy.
film critics that much.
I don't
Because-
like film critics at all.
They could tank a movie, and that's their own personal opinion. I could go like a lot of people say, "Oh, The Hangover is the best movie ever."
I thought
It's
it was
not.
fucking hilarious. The
It's
third one
not.
looks awesome.
It looks like the same as the first two, and Due Date. It looks just like that. It's
Yeah,
like,
Due Date was stupid.
I'm like, why the fuck would I? Dude, it's the same fucking concept.
Same idea.
No,
It's the same
not.
fucking idea.
Not at all.
Exact same script.
fucking idea.
No, and like I did like, for some reason, Roger Ebert was very charming. Like, even though I really, really hate movie critics because I don't
Yeah.
think I like that. I don't like them telling people. I don't know. I just don't really like how they're like, "Don't go see this," and you're like, "Well, everybody should see it and make their own opinion," you know.
Yeah.
But he did do a lot for for that. He was really famous, and he's a local boy, you know.
Yeah.
So
The Roger Ebert Theater School is right behind.
yeah.
Right
It's
behind
sad
my
that he
office.
did die, but he did have like
Cancer.
a lot of health
yeah,
issues.
what
You
was
know,
it? Thyroid.
they
I
removed
don't know
they
what
removed
kind
his
of
jaw. Like they removed parts of his jaw. It was so bad.
Yeah.
I believe
So-
it was I think thyroid or lymph node or something.
Yeah, it was something major.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was something like that.
Something insane.
So very sad to hear that he died, but you know,
Mhm.
it does happen. He was very old. He lived a good life. Big bucket of win, as Kevin Smith would say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, that's thank you for that sad note to end on.
Yes.
As
Yeah.
if kids getting raped.
Don't have to
wasn't
don't
bad
have to
enough.
end there. I just wanted to have the moment of silence for him because he was a
He was
Oh,
a
yeah,
big part of this world.
He did a fair share of making like movies. Like if someone didn't want to go to the movie or like read up.
He was very
on it.
eloquent too,
Yeah.
and he didn't really like bash some movies. He kind of just he said his opinion. You know,
Yeah, he
which
said
is
this is
right.
This is why I don't like this movie, or this is why
Right.
you should see this movie.
skip it, rent it, or buy it.
Yeah,
Exactly.
That was he. And then 2 thumbs up, like him and
Mhm.
what's the other guy's name that died too?
Siskel.
Yeah, Siskel and
Yeah.
Ebert. Like they
And
were
then it was
both.
Ebert and Roper.
Yeah, which I never
right?
really cared for.
No, it's just Roper, and that sounds like a horrible
Raper?
porn
Some,
movie.
yeah. Roper damn near killed her. Yes.
Rectum.
So let's talk about something happy before we go. I started watching a show called Justified. Based
I
on,
need to watch
on
that.
I haven't
Bertram's.
seen it yet.
You know what? It's all on Amazon Prime
Yes, it
for
is.
free
Yeah, I saw that.
to watch. It's a really good show.
Everybody raves
As long as you have
about
a
it. I just
Prime
haven't
account,
gotten
it's
to it.
free for you.
It is, yeah. Timothy Olyphant is amazing in it. He's so good. I highly recommend it. I've been rocking through. I watched like 6 episodes in the last
What's
2
it
days.
about?
Basically,
It's a sheriff movie. Right?
yeah, he's this federal marshal, not even federal. I'm sorry, local marshal.
What state?
It starts off in Miami, and then he gets moved to Kentucky
Okay.
or Tennessee or one of those southern states. And
Like Florida's not
But
a southern
he's-
state.
he's more of like an old, yeah, right? He's more of an old school marshal where he wears
Okay.
a cowboy hat,
Mhm.
and he's very respectable because he's from the South.
So he should be from Texas. Is he from Texas?
No,
Okay.
he goes back to it. They send him back to like his hometown.
That's a
area.
Texas Ranger.
Exactly.
Walker.
So he's very respectable, but he also upholds the law, even like illegally killing people sometimes. Like the show
Very
starts
Dexter.
it's kind of dexterous, but he has a bigger point because he's a police officer. He's a federal, not federal. I keep saying that he's a marshal, so he can do this stuff.
Marshals are U.S.
Yeah.
He is a
go.
U.S. marshal,
Yeah, that's federal.
but he's stationed. You're stationed in different
Still
districts.
federal.
He's
Yes.
still, I guess you're right. I guess it is still federal. That's why my brain's like, idiot, it's federal. And I'm like, no, no, brain, it's fine. It's not federal. So it's basically like his story. Like something happens in the first episode, and he gets moved, and then like stories happen from that. But it's really well written, and like I just like it. Like he's a badass.
Yeah,
Like he drinks alcohol, he sleeps with women, and he shoots people.
that's
And he's a good
awesome.
guy.
And
Like,
he's
so you're
justified.
like, and he's just exactly like, and they say that a couple times in the first episode. And you're like, stop saying justified. Stop saying that. He said it. Like I did that too. I was like, he said it, and he says it again. You're like, he said it again.
Every time they always get like all the titles for the Game of Thrones episodes do that.
Yes.
Every time they do, we go, oh, they did it.
Which came back, by the way.
Yes,
Love the 1st
I'm
episode.
halfway through
Have
the
you seen
first
the movie
episode.
Lawless?
No, but I wanted to.
It's a great movie. I was going to ask you if it is his role kind of like
Yes.
the police in that movie.
Yes. He's kind of like he will do
like
things.
the guy that comes from Chicago. Not I don't want to spoil the movie,
Right.
but there's a guy that comes into the police department as a higher up that wants to crack down on all the bootlegging and everything like that.
Yes.
And this guy
Oh
goes
yeah, I
to
need to see that.
he
My
goes
sister
to-
was raving about that.
It is a great movie. Definitely check it out. He goes to extremes to stop all the bootlegging, like
Mhm.
to killing people.
Well, yeah,
Well, Timothy Olyphant, it's kind of the way he plays the character is he's very smart, but since he has that southern kindness until you piss him off. Like he'll be like, I'm gonna give you 24 hours to get out of town, and if you don't get out of town,
I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna
kill
shoot you. And he does. Like so, if you're
what
not
time
out of
what time period is it?
it's nowadays.
Oh, okay.
It's set in
Okay.
current time period. But he it's funny because everybody makes fun of him for wearing the cowboy hat, for being southern, for being like everyone's like, "What are you, a cowboy?" And he's just like, "I am what I am." Like it's so cool but it's set in like nowadays.
Mhm.
It's actually set I think in 2010 when it first starts. So it's
Yeah.
like now brand new stuff, but it's really really cool. He's very smart. He's very good at talking and manipulating people.
Mhm. Very witty.
Yeah, but very like an honest guy. But he's got like a little bit of a history. He's divorced and stuff like that. So he's not a perfect dude, but he's a real man. Like he fucking drinks on the show all the time, gets drunk, sleeps with women. Like it's cool to see a character that's more honest like that on the show. I love FX too. They do a really good
Yeah,
job.
FX
Yeah.
had a lot of good shows.
One other
That's
thing
American
before
Horror
we go.
Story. Great.
Yeah, American Horror Story.
Great shows.
One
Never got
thing.
into that one.
One thing I also want to plug is because it's so amazing. Is Christopher Titus has a new not podcast, has a new
I saw you
special
tweet about
Stand-up?
that. Yeah.
stand up that just came out. Really fucking funny. It's only $9. You
But Joe Rogan's and Ari Shafir's is only 5.
I know, but this
And
is
it's
an
DRM
hour
free.
and 45 minutes.
How long? Joe Rogan's has got to be at least 2 hours.
No, it's like an hour and a half.
Yeah, it's pretty short.
But Titus does a really really good job of it's stories. Like
I've never seen any of his
You've
stand-up.
never seen any of them? Oh, you have to watch Norman Rockwell is Bleeding.
Okay.
Like it like he's won awards. Like he's got so many like good reviews of that. Like they call it like the best special ever kind of thing. He is very good at. He takes like it's usually stories from his life, and he just like tells stories.
Like Jeff Dunham.
Yes,
Without the puppets.
without the puppet. Like he just tells stories, but it's so fucking funny.
Kind of like Gabriel Iglesias.
Kind of, but Titus's are usually like the stories are longer. Like he'll have like in this one I think it's 6 sets of stories he tells in the hour and 45 minutes.
Which I believe Gabriel Iglesias is coming out with a 3-part Comedy Central stand-up.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I love Gabriel Iglesias. I love comedy
Which
so much.
Gabriel Iglesias, he's a fat Mexican guy. Fucking hilarious. Because he knows he's fat, and he just plays it up. Like, the story with, I don't know, you guys got to check out some of his earlier stuff. On Comedy Central stand-up, he goes to, like, Disney World and stuff like that. And just some of the jokes and the way that he tells them is classic and priceless. He's funny. He makes fun. He kind of pokes fun at his rate, like his nationality and stuff like that, and the fact that he's fat. He calls it fluffy. There's like levels of fatness. There's like I can't remember what fat, fluffy, and damn. So he's funny. I mean, I like him. He's a very good comedian.
Wait, who is this again?
Gabriel Iglesias.
Okay,
Oh,
yeah,
Gabriel
I've
Iglesias is a
seen him
funny
The
before,
way
yeah.
that he presents himself.
He was
on
he does
stage.
a lot of the birthday roasts and stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I think he's been
I've
on
seen him
one
on
or
a
two.
couple.
He hasn't been on a lot, but the way that he presents himself in the stand-up world, I think he does really well because he's not afraid to poke fun at himself.
He's a very very fat man.
Yeah,
He's a
Like-
very very
like,
fat man.
If you put me and Dave together, we might equal him.
yeah.
Oh my god.
He's a big boy.
If 3 of us would definitely equal him.
Yeah.
That's insane.
He's a very very large. He's like easily over 40
He won't be
pounds.
flying that.
Like,
that
he was
airline that
actually- I think one of his
charges by your
stand-ups-
weight now. Huh?
We got the Simone airline.
I think one of his stand-ups, he was making fun because like the only shirt that would fit him was a Hawaiian T-shirt.
Yep. And he's like fat man wearing a Hawaiian t-shirt like
Come on, it's a given. But yeah, it's definitely funny to watch how he does his stand up and stuff like that. Because a lot of this stuff, like there's one where he makes fun that like he went to Cinnabon. So like when he's texted his girlfriend when he's completely shit faced and like it lied and said he was at Cinnabon. So he's like auto spell or spell correct, greatest thing ever because it lies for me.
Yep.
Like instead of saying I went to this, I think it was like Cine Bar. It was like a movie bar out in California, I think it was. It said he went to the Cinnabon, and like his girlfriend's like, "Okay, have a fun time."
Fucking love
like
it.
he got completely shit faced because everyone there was at his stand up show like the night before, and they just kept buying him tequila shots.
That's awesome.
Yeah, he's good too. I love comedy. So check out Titus's because it's good. It's funny. It's only $9 on his website. Like he's like doing the whole thing himself. I love how comedians are finally doing that now.
Yeah.
Like and
Where they're
Chill.
going in-
Chill is really cool. Chill has like a Doug Benson movie on it you can buy for like $5.
Yeah.
Like a full length 2-hour.
It's like Kickstarter for finished projects.
Yeah, I love how they can do this themselves and then be like, oh, well, how are we gonna release this? Oh, Chill, hi, how you doing? You know, like Chill is really good. That Rogan did it himself and Titus is doing it himself. I love how they're doing that now because I'd rather buy from them than buy like a $20 DVD. I don't want a DVD. I'd rather have it download and watch it on my fucking computer.
Yeah. Watch it
And this is the
whenever
thing.
I want.
I like the special so much, because they just give you the MP4. I'm not giving it to people. I'm telling you have to Kyle had to buy it. My friend at work, I'm like, you have to buy this. I'm not giving it away. It's so good. He did, and 10% of it goes to charity.
Yeah.
You have to buy it. It's only $9. It's and hour and 45 minutes of funny, and it's really funny too. I was crying laughing at it. So it's good stuff. So we got anything else you guys want to talk about? Plug.
No,
I think we had a good
Hour and a
amount.
half,
I think
pretty damn
that's
good.
Yeah.
Glad I'm back.
No awkward silence.
No.
Except for the 2 minutes for.
Oh, 2 seconds. So I've got a couple plugs before we finish.
Butt plugs. Go ahead.
Butt plugs are always good.
On it yet again.
Yeah, always go check out our site. Click on the On It banner on this on the left side.
Really quickly, one quick thing I want to address with that is I was asked by people still like if we really take the products.
Yes.
We do.
I do.
I take all this. All the stuff here is stuff I've bought.
I actually just
I
ordered
actually-
some more Alpha Brain.
I'm going to be ordering some
I
tonight.
ordered Alpha Brain a couple weeks ago. Got that in. I ordered some new mood stuff, and I actually ordered some hemp force protein.
I gotta order some of the Himalayan sea salt too. I gotta order that.
I might be able to give you some of mine too on a side note because I have a lot there.
Oh, okay.
Because I actually
cheap.
just started doing yoga today. So I got up early before work today, did some yoga because I wouldn't be able to do it
Congrats.
tonight. And then I lifted the steel bell that I bought from On It.
Mhm.
And then I was kind of sore afterwards, and I took some hemp force protein and just mixed it with water because I didn't have anything else. Because on there that says, oh, you can make a smoothie with banana,
That's what I do.
rice water, coconut water,
That's what I do with those.
coconut stuff, the coconut butter. I think
Coconut
it is.
oil.
Coconut oil, almond butter. You can mix all that stuff together and add ice if you want.
Yeah, they
And
do a really
it's
good job. with
smoothie.
it.
I just mixed it with
Fucking
the water.
delicious.
It was still fucking delicious.
Yep.
And like right now I'm not sore at all, and I did a lot of lifting this morning.
So yeah, we all use their products. Like
Mhm.
it's funny. Like slowly as I'm introducing people to these, start with you guys and slowly other people like other friends and stuff, and they're just like, oh, this is good stuff. Some of it, I will say, some of it is expensive. The Hemp Force, T Plus.
Hemp Force is really expensive.
It is,
but
but
it's
It's
good.
$50 for
that jar.
That
Yeah,
jar
it's
that's in
expensive.
Brown's
good
table.
though.
And we're not
It
gonna
won't give
lie.
you the shit's like whey protein.
No, it won't.
No.
It's very, very healthy for you. It's actually good for your immune system too.
Mhm.
A little bit, hemp is. So it's all good stuff. Granted, it's expensive. So if you can afford some of it, like throw a few bucks here and there and buy some things. Try this out. Try Alpha Brain.
I know
out.
what you're thinking too. Oh, hemp! It must be
THC.
THC and all that. No, it doesn't have any of that.
Zero.
None.
Zero.
It's-
You could take that stuff and you could pass a piss
Marijuana
test.
and hemp are cousins, and hemp is non-psychoactive. There's nothing. You won't test anything. You don't get high from it. It's just a really good protein. Yeah, and so like I said, it's expensive. Buy it if you can. Like it's. I understand it's expensive. I buy what I can when I can. Yeah, even Lindsay just said she likes the hemp force stuff. Like
Yeah,
it's good stuff.
it's
And they
good.
should make a vanilla version, of course, which
Yeah,
would be nice.
That would be nice.
They actually do have. They're coming out with hemp force bars.
Yes.
Yes,
And
those.
those are vanilla. Those are
Yeah.
vanilla flavored hemp force bars,
Mhm.
which I thought was very, very cool. So
Yeah.
I may
stuff.
get those once in a while, but that's what I love about On is they just like make stuff. They're like, hey, guys, if
Like
you
the
wanna try
primal
this stuff-
bells. These are badass.
Yeah.
Get them. I
Yeah.
mean, there's no other reason to have
What-
a kettlebell that looks like an ape head.
Well,
which
What
is
company
awesome.
have you see that can be like, you know what we're gonna do? We have these kettlebells. Let's make a fucking gorilla face on one of these,
Yeah.
and just sell them.
Well, that's like the steel bell when it came out. I'm like, that actually looks kind of awesome.
Yeah.
I'm like, I actually kind of want that. So if I go outside or in the basement or something, I could just slam it on the ground.
Yeah.
Like, I'm pissed off. I want to slam something on the ground.
Yeah.
There you go. 25 pounds.
Indestructible.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I mean, I've slammed that shit on the ground like crazy.
I would not recommend
it-
slamming a kettlebell, but
Yeah.
a steel bell for sure.
Steel bell, definitely. It's hard to describe, but basically it's a
soft
a soft-
cannonball.
yeah, it's a saucer with sand in it that's 25 pounds.
So yeah, buy their stuff.
Yeah,
So.
go to our website, click on the banner. We'd really appreciate it. We do, full disclosure, we do make a commission on the sales that are from our banner, but it all goes back into the show. So that's all it's for. We don't make a ton of money off of it. It's just enough to pay for like our domain hosting and stuff. Is really all it is at this point. Definitely go to the facebook.com/save sci-fi. Vote in the poll. We'll have Mike on the show next week to talk about the top poll results. So far, we've got 10 responses.
I'm gonna vote right now.
Right now, the top
That's what I'm
results
doing.
are the Stargate, teleportation, food replicators, and flying cars. You can add your own answer as well. Right now, teleportation's in a small lead over the Stargate, which I technically consider the same thing. But
Nope, Stargate. I just clicked Stargate,
yeah,
bitches.
Stargate for the win. But technically, teleportation and Stargate are almost the same thing.
No, I disagree.
Kind of, sort of. They do same basic function.
Stargate's under the umbrella of teleportation, but teleportation they mean like I can go from here into my room right now, or
Yeah.
here into the outside. Like a Stargate is more of a fixed position,
Yeah.
But I understand what you mean though. There's
Yeah.
similar idea.
Same concept, different locomotion.
Yeah, apples and oranges with the concept. Yeah.
Also, Geekify TV Both of our shows are on Stitcher Radio now,
Yeah, fucking
which
Stitcher.
is awesome.
Yeah.
Stitcher, for those who know, Stitcher's a really great app that you can download for Android and I think iOS.
It's
but-
It's cross-platform. Windows
BlackBerry
Phone.
Rim? Oh, shit.
Windows Phone, iOS. I think it's Windows Phone, iOS, Android, and on the web, and in some car stereos actually.
It is. Stitcher is great to go and
For
download.
discovery.
And, yeah, it's great for discovering podcasts. It's a great thing. I use it on Android.
The more you listen to shows on Stitcher, the recommendation engine gets better, and it'll recommend other stuff for you to listen
Right.
to based on what you like.
and you can discover
listen
cool
to
shit out
before.
there. There's a lot of cool podcasts.
So we're on there. Go to Stitcher Radio, and you can find us. We'll post the link to it, and there's going to be a banner or like a link to it, a persistent link on the site that's always going to have the most recent show available. I don't think you need to make an account or anything to listen to it. You
No,
can if you
you do
want
not.
to, but you don't have to.
We talked about it earlier on the show. The 7-minute gun control.
Yep.
We'll
post a link to that in the post today too.
That should be something
They will
everybody
also be on our
watches.
Facebook page, facebook.com/Geekified TV. It will be on there. Definitely watch it. It is very educational. The guy is very knowledgeable. Like Dave said earlier in the show, he shoots out facts that are spot on.
I got chills watching it. Like I was typing Android AIM and I was like, oh my fucking god, this is fascinating.
Yeah.
Like this guy is really good at
Yeah,
this.
it was really, really good.
Yeah, a lot of people were smiling in the audience. Like they were like, wow, they could tell they were like.
And
this
there's
is
some of the Democrats that are kind of like, I don't like the way like you could read their facial expressions when they pan to the people in the Congress Hall, and they're like, and you could like read their facial expressions to kind of see like what they're thinking. So it's very cool.
It is very cool.
Yeah, so check that out. Make sure you vote in the poll, and we'll discuss it next week with Mike on air. We'll also be having. We found a new project on Kickstarter that that I've backed already, and we're gonna actually have the mastermind behind it. It's called Nobility, the series. It's a mesh of Star Trek meets The Office, which just sounds awesome to me. It's called the actual project title on Kickstarter is called "Will You Bring Nobility to Life?" Awesome. It's by Cowboy Errant, and we're gonna have EJ De La Pena on the show in the next 3 shows. Oh my God, we're
We
gonna
got music
have
failure
Mike
there.
on Tuesday. EJ probably the episode after that, and George will be back for mid-production catch up on how Time Splitters is going.
Yeah, I did watch the episode last week. I loved it with George. So shout out to George. Sorry I couldn't be on it. But next time I will be on.
Hopefully you got his corgi.
I see. Yeah, I'm gonna buy him a corgi.
No, you took his corgi.
You went over there and stole it. That's
I
why
did.
you weren't
Yeah.
on the show.
Naked. I stole his corgi naked.
You have to be naked in his apartment.
You do.
Apparently.
It's required.
So
At least no shirts.
Exactly.
So that's 3 Guys 1 Cup for the week. We're at Geekified TV. I'm Brett Kaminsky.
Andrew Nopinski.
And I'm
Got a rock.
fucking Dave. I guess I got nothing. Ha ha. All right.
Have a good one.
Bye.